That fam, as you know, it's Monday Night Raw, and I know it's that time of season when you're supposed to be relaxed and kick back and do not stress out about whether the 49ers are winning or not. But, you see, this is going to be an especially good year. I can't hold back. I got to keep on rolling. Matter of fact, let me, normally, now on Sunday, Monday, and then Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, it's about Red and Gold Radio, but tonight, it's Raw. Niners! Do that 3 times a day. I'm telling you right now, man. Ow, ow. News of the day. I am telling you, it's crazy. Now, first of all, Kendrick Bourne. Kendrick pretty much started to identify himself last year when Pierre Garcon went down to injury, remember? Kendrick Bourne was that kind of player where you saw him in camp as a rookie, but you didn't really know too much about him other than the fact that he comes from Washington State. He's the other guy next to Cooper Kupp. He wasn't getting a lot of respect, a lot of love. He had to go undrafted. And I think that motivated him into making the football player that he is now. Because the boy is getting crazy good, all right? Because Kendrick's already come into camp. And he's dazzling. Already got the coaches saying rave things about him. And check this out. The reason the 49ers are just like you, me, and everybody else that were watching the 49er receivers, they're probably thinking Kendrick Bourne is probably going to be good enough to make the practice squad. But did you know Kyle Shanahan had the wherewithal and the insight to realize, I put that kid on the practice squad, he's gone overnight. We're going to put him on the 53. What? Yeah, we're going to put him on the 53. I see something in him. I really want to keep him. So we're going to put him on the 53. So Kendrick Bourne's story begins. Just by chance, the kid from Washington State gets a special shot. Fate turns its hand on Kendrick Bourne. The spotlight shines. Pierre Garcon, by some weird twist of fate, goes down to injury. Enter Kendrick Bourne. He comes in, looks pretty good. But it was against the Titans where he really asserted himself as being, hey, let me introduce myself. My name is Kendrick Bourne. 85 yards against the Titans. And believe you me, the Titans wanted that game. Don't let the haters tell you different. If the Titans would have won that game and every game throughout the rest of the season, they win the AFC South, not the Jaguars. They wanted that game badly. Kendrick Bourne broke their hearts. One special catch after another until he got the 49ers in range for the winning field goal. You remember that? So Kendrick Bourne this year is doing quite well. And what's really funny, quite well. You expect it in camp, right? Because, most guys that have any talent do. Not Kendrick. Kendrick is like saying, whoa. Everybody said, coach is like, you see that? Did you see that? And what does Jimmy G say? They're talking about Jimmy's, Kendrick's growth from since last season is already, from what they're saying, has grown exponentially. According to the growth, Jimmy G is quoted as saying, yeah, growth is a great word for it. This offseason, the clinic has made some great strides. You know how Jimmy describes him? He's got this, he's got this little wiggle to him, and he gets in that. So, look for Kendrick Bourne to make some noise in this preseason, right? And wait, here's the thing. Have you heard about Jerry Rice? Yeah, I know, right? Rice will be in the annual publication, ESPN's magazine's body issue. Okay, that Jerry did that is testament to the fact that his body's in great shape, and Jerry keeps very, very good care of his body. He's 55 years old, and he doesn't look anything like it, right? So, in fact, after Jerry got through posing for the magazine's picture, that magazine is out, I understand, due next month, I think. And don't quote me on that. I'll get back to you on that. Anyway, Jerry puts his clothes back on and sits down with the ESPN people and commences to do an interview. And all of a sudden, amongst everything else he says, He claims he is ready to report to camp right now. Any NFL camp that will have him, Jerry Rice is ready to play. Now, here, this begs the question. Would you welcome the GOAT back to Levi Stadium and the 49ers? The GOAT returns. All over Levi Stadium. Can you see it? The return of the GOAT. Now, I want to know, I was thinking, now, how would that be received? Let me real quickly before I go to the phone. I'm looking at some of the responses, and it's kind of interesting what people think. Because the thing is, Jerry is a pretty bold move on his part. Most people feel, and I'll just give you a little bit of what people think. Most people believe, and from all the comments I got in, about 90, 60, 93 comments, most people believe that Jerry Rice's his mind is there, but his body might not be. They're worried about him getting hurt. Some people believe that since T.O. went out and ran that 40-yard dash at 4.43, Jerry sat back, read that, and says, if T.O.'s coming back, I'm coming back. A lot of people think Jerry's been motivated by T.O.'s antics. You see, because honestly, I don't think T.O.'s seriously about coming back. I think T.O.'s just grabbing attention like he likes to do. Jerry ain't playing. If a team calls Jerry Rice and says, Jerry, we need you in here right now, Jerry will be there no matter where he is in a couple hours. So you know what? It's kind of interesting to see what's going to happen next. I don't know what's going to happen next. Jerry, I don't think John Lynch is going to do it because he didn't bring T.O. in yet for a workout. And T.O. is only 44. Jerry's 10 more years older. So whereas the 49ers are probably amused by all this, well, maybe not amused, but they're thinking, we care about those guys too much to bring them out here and let them get hurt. Because everybody's going to think they're going to get hurt. That's my thinking. For myself, I want to know what they would look like in pads, in full serious, I'm going to knock you out mode. I want to know if they can take a hit, especially T.O. T.O. is still built like a horse. I want to know if he can handle it. Jerry, on the other hand, would probably make some great catches. I don't doubt that for a minute because he can still run route. But when dudes like Ramsey come flying in, because Jerry ain't the kind of speed that Marquise Goodwin can wear, where he can just really screw defensive backs up and they can't hit him like they want to until after he made the catch. But would he survive a game? Would he survive a quarter? Would he go a half? Would he still be standing saying things like, as he's spitting blood out of his mouth, that's all they got? Let's go, coach. I'm ready to get me back in. I still know, man. It's crazy. All right. Let me check up here real quick. Hey, chat, what's up, chat? Mods! Road Matheson in the house. Jesus is my king, 777. Listen, by the way, if you've never been in on the chat, I remind you, I warn you, if you are an outsider, and I mean by rival fan, if you come in, you're disrespectful, these guys won't hesitate to throw you out. I've asked them to wait until you say something, but if they see your name wrong, they'll throw you out. So don't step out of line. You can come on in, all right? We ain't that kind of mean. The mods are a little bit triggered. It's got a hair trigger. Anyway, Jason Walker. Sup, fam? Corey Owens, sup, Empire? It's Rod Manhammer. Brandon Rogers. Why you loud? Am I too loud tonight? I'm always loud. This goes all the way back to when I was a little kid. My mom used to ask me, why are you so loud? And you know what my mom's favorite thing was? Loud is a sign of ignorance. C.M. McCarver Jr. Or should I say C. McCarver Jr.? He corrected me on that how many times? Hey, what's up, man? Good to see you. Civic Sport Injected FP6. I know. What's up, fam? Sir Garcia. What's up? Peter. It's a Worley. Eastern Washington. Rhodes Matheson. Sup? Faithful Empire. And it's Peter Word, Eastern Washington. Peter, you probably been paying attention to Kendrick. Huh? You know about Kendrick, all right? Alan Cabron. Sup? Need a shout out for Alan Cabron. Niners! And then there's Patrick Oliver. What's up, fam? Funk Master. That's a throwback, boy. Funk Master. Hello, my not a family. And Go Hard says y'all confused. In the last 5 or 6 games, I think Jimmy Ward did play in 16. He rated out top 15 cornerbacks on the outside. And hey, you know what? That's just something to get into because people be damning Jimmy Ward like he can't play. Jimmy Ward can play. I'm with Go Hard. Ain't nobody talking about Jimmy Ward's playing ability. People get mad at Jimmy because he plays so hard he gets hurt. But make no mistake, Jimmy Ward that boy can play. And if we can keep him, if he's going to be on the bench as depth, we're very lucky to have that caliber of depth. If any one of those guys goes down and anywhere in the secondary, Ward could step in seamlessly. Maybe not for, well, I mean, when you talk about filling in for, I ain't gonna call him the GOAT yet, because not Jerry Rice, but prime time is still the GOAT. But if you can get Sherm, if Sherm goes down and Jimmy has to come in, we miss a little bit. All right, we miss quite a bit, all right? But still, he'd come in and do a good job. Over the top safety, he's a natural safety. Jimmy just has a problem getting hurt. I agree. Yeah. It's the ultimate warrior of whom we've not seen in a very long time because he's been busy. Is the warrior got a guitar? Give that boy some volume. Is he playing it? Warrior, what's that? Oh, wait a second. Warrior, you forgot something with the settings. I got no volume on you.
Oh, shit. Is there something wrong?
Oh, wait. There you are. All right. Okay. Now I got you.
Ronbo?
Yeah.
How you doing, brother?
Hey, Warrior. Good to see you, fam.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I haven't seen you in a while, man. How you doing, man?
I'm doing all right, bro. Doing all right, man. I lost the battle, but hey, man, I'm still here. You already know.
Yeah, I know. I'm right with you. Well, gosh, I really hate to hear that. I was hoping I'd hear good news about that.
Yeah, it sucks, but reality's reality, bro. And
yeah. That's all right, because your little girl will love you all your life, man. No big deal. Y'all. It ain't like y'all ain't gonna never see each other again. So
Oh,
we
for
get
sure.
over that.
Man. I'll just be up in Oklahoma all the time. You feel me?
There you go.
How you been, Ronbo? What's up, man? What you been up to,
hey,
bro?
man, I'm telling you, man. As I'm looking at the picture that's forming, all right, because if Kendrick Bourne is going to continue to progress, there's that big guy at 6'1" that everybody keeps complaining we don't have enough of. There's the guy, and he's homegrown, trained by Kyle from day one. I like that. And I tell you, I gotta know where this going, man.
I've been getting home really, really late, man, doing all this stuff. So I only have time to get on Nighthawks fan club with the rest of the guys. And
okay.
When I started watching all the little highlights that we got from minicamp and the ones that, just a little bit of seed, and I started watching the get off of all the wide receivers, and Kendrick is off that line like a bat out of hell, bro.
Ain't he? You could
tell
out of his routes quick.
He's been posting on Twitter that shit's coming. It's coming through, bro. Like, he didn't waste no time on the offseason. That fool got right to it, started posting on Twitter, he's doing all this shit, and it's completely showing. I think Kendrick's going to be he's going to be somebody to reckon with this year, bro.
Yeah, hey, no doubt about it. I realized that last year when he made that grab in that 3-inch window. I didn't even know he had the ball.
Yeah, he took that slant route. Jimmy hit him on that slant. He went downfield.
Damn.
Yeah, man. His cuts they're sharp. You know what I mean? He makes that sharp ass cut. I mean, Taylor's got a sharp cut also, but I don't know, man. I think Kendrick's pulling away from it, bro. Like,
can you imagine at 6'1" being able to keep up with Trent Taylor as far as them routes go?
But he catches the ball too, though, bro. Like, he catches the damn ball if they throw it to him. You know what I mean? Like,
I know. I'm talking bullet pass. Boom! Where's the ball? Oh! He
He's
grabbed
going
it.
downfield with it.
Yeah, Kendrick's the real deal. Hey, but how about Jerry Rice?
Okay,
Would
so
you
I
put the
wanted to
GOAT
touch on
back
this.
on the field?
I know, man. I don't think we need any geriatrics.
Oh no, he didn't. He don't know. No,
I didn't want to say that. I didn't want to say it, but I had to, bro. He's too old. I would hate to see one of my favorite receivers get hit, bro, and just be out. You know what I mean? The guy, come
How
on, bro.
embarrassing.
He doesn't need to get hit by no middle linebacker on a slant route over the middle. And if the ball's thrown high, you know Jerry's gonna go for it.
Yeah.
And ribs is right there.
They go fold him up like a chair. You're right.
I would rather take a chance with Terrell. I mean, Terrell Owens is a crybaby. I didn't like his attitude, so that would be an issue with that. He probably won't. He's not going to see the field, but maybe 30% of the game. But, if these guys want to give it that, I mean, I'm all down for it. They're ex-Niners. Bring them back. Hey, but I'm saying I'd be really afraid for them to be on the field, bro.
Yeah, I got to agree. And the bad thing about it, with me, I just want to know I just want to see him run a couple of plays. And then, like you say, if Jerry's stretched out of the field, they're calling timeout. Jerry's not moving. They're going to take him off the field.
I'll be in Tucson crying, dog. I'll be here crying. I don't need any more pain. I don't need no more pain, bro. Don't put Jerry out there on that goddamn field.
That's what I'm saying, man. Everybody would be sitting. I mean, it would ruin the whole game. Everybody would be sitting quiet. Oh, man. And everybody say, at the same time, I knew this was a bad idea. Jerry, get up, man! Get up!
That Santa Clara will be sad as hell, bro.
So you're right. Yeah, Jerry needs to stay. See, he can come in and coach. I wish. Hey, do you wish he would come in and coach?
Why not wide receiver coach, bro? Why not? Like, dude, we'll be badass with that. Look, our secondary's already getting better with Sherman there. You know what I mean? Like, we have someone like Jerry Rice mentoring these boys. These boys are gonna listen when Jerry Rice walks into the room. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Respect. And they get better too, because Jerry will be telling them what they're doing wrong. That he'd know right away.
Yeah. He'll be able to Jerry, whenever you do a job every single day, you get good at it, regardless if you're a hamburger flipper or I'm an electrician. You get better every day.
Yeah.
I think Jerry Rice, as having one of the most prolific careers in the NFL, showing these young kids that we have, which they're not predicting to be a top tier core at wide receiver. I think Jerry takes him to that level.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
Yeah. Especially when you consider the fact they got Jimmy G throwing to him, which makes everybody's job easier. Sometimes I think you could be, like you mentioned, a lower tier wide receiver. But if you got G throwing to you, now all of a sudden you're elite.
Because you got that ball where you need to be, bro. You don't have to reach for it. You don't have to work for it. You know what I mean? It's there.
Because look at Pierre Garcon. When he left Buffalo, he was not considered, I don't know what he was considered. But now Garcon, I mean, not Pierre Garcon, but Goodwin is one of the most dangerous receivers in the NFL. Why? Because of that speed, number one. Number two, look who's throwing to him. Number three, Kyle Shanahan is coaching him up and teaching him how to run route. Now you have that raw material you've turned into. Huh?
That boy Goodwin saved Jimmy on a couple of them throws last year.
See? So
I'm liking Goodwin too, man. Goodwin, he's got them hands. He's showing that he wants that ball. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not just a paycheck to be on that field. So
yes, that's what I'm saying, man. Look out for this particular group. And if you get Jerry out there coaching them up, you know what? Right there in that point when you made that cut, fake your head that way and go the other way. The defender, he's going to bite on that first fake, I guarantee you. Boom!
Well,
all of a sudden you see these kind of results.
Jerry's a man of timing, though. He knows how to time his feet with the quarterback's drop back. So he's going to teach these guys the real things that you need to know in the NFL, which is your feet have to be checked with their quarterback. So I think there's a lot to learn. I mean, I think Jimmy can really mold with a person like Jerry Rice teaching his wide receivers. I think they can work really good together. Hey, man, that's what I want Jerry there for.
Tell you, it's going to be interesting to see what happens next. Tell you what, hey, fam, I'm going to tell you what, you got some time. I'm going to look for you on Red and Gold Radio.
Nice to talk to you, brother.
Yeah, same here, Warrior. Always great to talk to you, fam. Talk to you later, huh?
You take it easy. All right,
bro. All right, you too.
All right, man.
Oh. Frank Garcia, what's up? it's like who was that said
Hello.
that? It was Juice. John T, what's up? Is it George Bone? Yeah. Slick 680, yo Ronbo, I got 50 on each game versus the Lambs. Oh man, I was watching NFL Network a little while ago, and I was laughing because Derek Carr's brother, what is this? Anyway, they're sitting there predicting the Rams schedule. You got the Rams sweeping us. Let's go down to, we got 661. Here you go to 661. Hello, 661.
Hey, what's up, Ronbo?
Hey, who is this?
It's Rascal. Call me Rascal.
Rascal.
How you doing?
Hey, Rascal.
Yeah.
Doing all right, fam.
Oh, man. It's getting me excited, man. Just hearing you, long time listener.
Hey, appreciate that, fam.
I listen to you religiously. Yeah, get me excited about the season coming up.
Yeah. It's going to be tough, too, man.
Can't wait. Yeah, that's the thing about, what is it, Jay Rice?
Oh.
Man, Terrell Owens. You know what? There's a reason why all these old guys want to come. Because we already have a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Yeah, we already got a Super Bowl. We already have Jimmy G. They ain't going to do nothing.
Mm.
And then you were talking about Pierre Garcon, Marquise Goodwin. You were talking about, what was it, Bourne?
Kendrick,
I mean, you look at all these receivers, they're all talented. I mean, you look at Garcon, physical man. What he did to Talib? He was the one who body slammed Talib, right?
I know. Last preseason, actually, he ain't got no respect for Talib or any other receiver, any other cover in the league. He'll kick your ass. Don't try to antagonize him.
You look at Goodwin and his speed is ridiculous, and then you look at Bourne. Oh man, he could just make catches, right?
And
so you imagine what kind of nightmare if they just rotate him in, out.
Oh,
would that be for the defensive backs?
Those guys are getting better. Yeah. We got something rolling there. You know what's so funny too, as you mentioned, Rascal? How come Jerry and also T.O., they weren't asking to come back before now? So, you make a good point. They recognizes game. They know that if they get out there with Jimmy, they know something's up.
Hey, you know what, though? I'd rather have Jerry Rice than T.O., especially when he says he doesn't want to be a Niner inducted into the Hall of Fame. I was like, nah.
But
I was just like, for me, it was just like, at least Jerry Rice, we had no options. He went to the other side of the bay, but, I mean, he was in his prime with us.
Yeah.
And he did as good. He did as a solid. And he didn't cry. He just went out there and did his job.
Yeah, they kicked him to the curb. That's the only reason why I went to Oakland anyway. So,
Yeah.
It's just one of them things.
Yeah. Yeah, but it's one of those things where, I'd rather have it'll probably be a circus. It would be a circus if he goes out there. But, all they have to do is not pass him the ball. He won't get hurt. Just run your routes. If he's open, he's open.
Rascal, man, it's a plan. Because he would take a DB with him. They got to respect him, especially after about a couple of minutes in the game. They'd be like, uh-oh. And the coach said, hey, I don't care how old he is, damn it, stay with him.
Too much respect for him. And another thing is, I know he'll take a giant pay cut, like fucking just $1 million for a year or whatever, as opposed to T.O., vet status. What? Yeah. Seriously? We already got the whole team rolling, and you want to come in here and just eavesdrop on us, and nah, and you still want to get paid for it? You haven't been picked. You haven't played in how many years, and you still want to get paid vet status? Nah, I'm good.
Good point. Because you got to keep an eye on T.O.'s. T.O.'s the kind of mind where you got to keep an eye on T.O., man. You're right.
Exactly. He's like Des Bryant kind of copied him,
Yeah,
they almost look a bit related the way they throw the tantrums,
And throwing the hands up in the air, yelling.
They say they get very emotional over a game. They get emotional because they didn't get the ball passed to them. It's a team sport, man.
Yeah, see, that's the thing. And that's why I say, these guys, the 49ers will never probably take them seriously. They'll listen And they're not going to say anything bad back to him, anything, or no. They're not going to give him any answer in general. They just sort of like go along the conversation and just remain quiet.
Yeah.
But, I guess if T.O. or somebody calls and wants to speak to John, he'll tell them the truth on the phone, but he's not going to go public with it. So,
yeah. That's how it always is. Yeah, and especially when they talk, nothing comes out the first couple of months, and then you realize later on everything that went on. Found out there was more. There was a lot more to the story than meets the eye.
I know, right? Because I'm telling you right now, I didn't know that we was going to sign Tomlinson Friday last week. Friday we're signing Tomlinson? I thought we didn't want Tomlinson. I thought John Lynch didn't want him. All of a sudden he gets a 3-year contract. What about Joshua Garnett? Well, we ain't saying nothing about him. So, you're right. You never know what's going on in that front office.
But that's the good thing, though. You keep it like, they're just not playing on the field. They're playing off the field. You look at Kyle Shanahan. And another thing I love about Kyle Shanahan is that, even though we have Jimmy G, and he can just destroy any team just with his pure arm, Kyle Shanahan wants to have more depth in the running game. Same thing with Atlanta when they went to the Super Bowl. You realize they had Julio Jones, they had Matt Ryan. And they had a running game. They had a monster running game. And that's the thing. You didn't know if he was going to kill you with the arm or he was going to pound you in the ground,
That's the way to do it.
That's one of those things. That's one of those things that he wants to, He doesn't want you to be one-dimensional. He wants to be like three-dimensional, have options everywhere, That's what I love about Kyle Shanahan.
Same here.
He wants to get he wants to get really a lot of depth everywhere.
Yeah.
And that's the thing that I love about the way his schemes are, everything he does. And I mean, even his O-line, the way he has him just like getting in shape, moving fast. I mean, man, imagine those guys that weigh like 300 pounds just coming at you at full force, like even for a screen pass. I'm sorry, you're a cornerback, you're a linebacker. I mean, you better be coming 100 miles an hour just to try to put a bump on that guy,
It'd be best. Rascal, it'd be best. If a dude's weighing 300 pounds and he's coming hard, it'd be best to just get out the street and let that truck pass by. You know how bad you can get hurt?
Try to run around him, all right?
Because if he hits you with a knee or anything like that, you'll be hurt, man. You'll be hurt bad, too.
Oh, yeah.
So, you're right.
Yeah.
This is the thing about Shanahan. Speed is the essence. If my offensive lineman can move quick, that provides my even faster skill players to move. So Shanahan is just, his way of thinking is just logical. There's no magic to it. It's just intelligent thinking.
Oh yeah. Yeah, well, you know what? I think he's kind of like revolutionizing the game the way it's supposed to be played. He's not just looking at we need a strong O-line. He's looking at every person, from guard to center. He wants physical, fast-moving, aggressive men that are going to be there and they're going to protect Jimmy G. They're going to take it personal. Someone just gives a cheap shot to Jimmy G, though. There goes that guy go flying around. And I just like the way he's just setting everything up. I mean, like, even in the draft when we got McGlinchey, there you go. Yeah, I was like, you know what? In the beginning, before the draft, I was praising. We paid $137.5 million for Jimmy G. We need to protect him. We have him for the next 5 years?
Yeah.
I was like, we need to protect them. But then just listening to your show, listening to everyone, we need to get this person. Then you were talking about, was it Vita? Vita Vea?
Vita Vea! Oh, I'm still...
Yeah.
Don't remind me.
Looked at his film, and I was just like, that guy is just graceful the way he just... I was like, damn, Tampa Buccaneers picked him up, right? I was like, shit.
350 pounds, Rascal, moving like a ballerina. How scary is that?
You persuaded me so much. That I thought we might even get Vita Vea because he's just him rushing. But just imagine him in a running back position. You seen his high school?
I know. I saw that.
Imagine him fourth and 1. Who the fuck is gonna stop that?
Nobody on this planet.
Nobody. I'm sorry. Who's gonna stop that angry? He would jump over the fucking line. Yeah, and I
All
was
you're
I was
gonna
pretty
hear.
excited. I was just thinking Kyle Shanahan would be the man to make plays like that with that guy on there, you know?
But the way he plays defense, I'm watching Vita, man, and they hike the ball. They gave it to the running back. Vita's just throwing dudes out the way, one handing them and reaching around people, grabbing that dude as he was in full stride, like he was just throw him down to the ground with one hand. I said, the hell is that? Who is this dude? I know
Oh,
who he
yeah.
was. I said, damn. Oh God, yes!
It
You put him next to
it
you
kinda-
put him next to Buckner, and the game is over before it even starts. I'm worried about Tampa Bay for that reason. We got to play them this year too. But they
Hey,
may not.
you know what's the thing though? I seen Vita Vea, and he's not like ridiculous. He's big. He just knows how to move. He's very mobile, and I was thinking, man, just from training camp and weightlifting, and that guy will be a monster. That guy could be the next like Justin Smith. You remember Justin Smith?
Yeah, cowboy.
Justin Smith was an animal.
that
Yeah, he
grown
didn't
man
care. He
strength.
was always double teamed. You know, he
They
didn't give
got-
a damn. He was like, He's like, I'll take the O line today, gentlemen. You know,
By
he would
himself.
take the O line himself. You know, and that's what I wanted. I wanted a stealth defense. I was like, we already got the offense. Shit,
Hey,
Jimmy G's making receivers.
that look good. I mean, hey, Rascal man, appreciate you getting in here, man. I'm gonna tell you what. I'm gonna look for you. Be back on Red Gold Radio tomorrow. If you get a chance, call on in, man. All right.
Oh, absolutely. All right, appreciate it, Ronbo. You have a good one, and thanks
Thanks,
for
man.
doing what you do.
Thanks, man.
All right.
You too.
All right.
Have a great night.
Later.
All right.
Likewise.
And let's see. Tyler says, "What's up, fam?" Jeff Dan, what's up, Jeff? And Jason Walker, get that Rudy dude in here. Man, Rudy is. I gotta give Rudy credit, man. That's pretty bold. You and me, will we ever call into, or even, I don't even get on social media. Well, I do get on social media with the Raiders. Every now and then in passing, if you run into one of their threads and they're talking about somebody, I'll go in there and say something nasty. I won't stay, but I got to say something nasty and get on out, But Rudy calls in. What? And Patrick Oliver, what's up, man? And DeMille. Hey, Funk Master Flash. What's up, fam? DeMille, hey, and I can't wait till it's time for football season. In your face, at your place, while watching the Niners. This is going to be a lot of hollering and screaming, too, man. I'm telling you right now, because I know Jerick McKinnon's going to hurt some feelings out there. Because, see, just like Rascal just pointed out, that run game, oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. Ismael Delgado says, hey, shout him out. Niners! Smell! John T, $100 on every game. John T stands to win a lot of money. I hope it just at least I want him to get at least a 30% hike over his investment. So that means we need to go, let's see, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, 11, 8, yeah, 11. But we need at least 11 games. Hey, Funk Master, did y'all hear David Carr? Yeah, that's what I was just talking about. David Carr and Jimmy G in the top 10 quarterbacks. But David Carr made me mad talking about the Raiders, not Raiders, but the Rams go sweep us. But David Carr talking about Jimmy B in the top 10. I gotta quit hating on him because you know what, the man, game recognizing game. Although David's game could have been a little better. Oh, and Stronger Kid 23. Sup, Niners? Go hard. Y'all remember Ward is a big-ass wide receiver from the Panthers? And what about how Ward busted Larry Fitz up in that same year? You know what's so funny? Remember when that play was so scary? Because as the replay shows, all of a sudden, and you know, there's a drama that's going on all around where the cameras are usually at the middle of the field. All of a sudden, you see Kelvin Benjamin and Jimmy Ward come flashing to the scene. Jimmy's on that boy like white on rice. Benjamin made a miracle catch because remember, as they were down on the ground, the ball bounced up and Jimmy was all up in his chest. The ball bounced up off of Jimmy's head. Benjamin makes a miracle catch. I said, damn it! Jimmy had that play beat. Damn, lucky catch. So yeah, I ain't mad at Jimmy about playing. No. Funkmaster, what happened to depressed Niner fan? By the way, people have been asking about that. Let me. I actually should post it. Depressed Niner fan changed his username. He is now Jimmy Garappolo. This is we asked him about being depressed. As a depressed Niner fan, the 49ers are improving now. This ain't 2015 and 16. You need to change your name. So he did. Kareem Jackson, I know you're feeling good about this news. You know it, Kareem. You know, man. Billy Jones, shout out to Niner Empire from H-Town. H-Town. Billy, is that Hawaii? H-Town. Honolulu? Am I right? Let me know if I'm right in the right area. Billy Jones gets a Niner! West Coast 5'7", 257, Contavious Street is a beast. I can't wait to see him play. You know what? Here's the thing about Contavious Street. Depending on what Eric Armstead looks like this year, look for Contavious to get a huge look next season. Eric, ain't nobody. I'm just saying, Eric. Okay. He'll rotate with you. You know what? I'm an Eric Armstead. Eric, I'm your fan, fam. You know, I never know who's watching. I'm on YouTube. Eric, man, I was just saying. People talk like that. I was just echoing their sentiments. You my dog, man. Come on now. Anyway. Oh, hey, let's go ahead and get James on in here. James.
Yes, sir, Mr. Ronbo. How you doing, sir?
You know, man, I'm telling you. Hey, let's see. James, next time you should use your phone to zoom in. It has much better quality. Yeah, you're using an iPad or a laptop?
I'm using a laptop.
James. Start using your phone. It works better with Zoom.
I actually was on it, but then I opened it up on the phone, the Zoom Cloud, and I opened it on the computer at first. And then I opened it up on the phone. Because when I first started with Zoom Cloud, I had trouble with the phone, but it was not a problem with the laptop. Then 2 boxes showed up. But can you hear me okay and everything now?
Yeah, we can hear you. Your picture quality is questionable. But, as I say, that's why it seems some of these modern day mediums, they seem to work better with phones because I guess they designed all the systems and equipment to be with the mobile user. So maybe you want to try it. Maybe next time your phone, okay? See what that does, if you can.
All right, I'll do that because actually I didn't think I've been using the laptop for like maybe the last 2 months with calling in on nights, Sunday night and Monday night. I know that's usually a Zoom Cloud night for you.
Yeah. Try your phone next time. Let's see if we can see a difference. All right.
I'll definitely do it. It's got me roughed up looking a little bit. I noticed that.
It looks like you're sitting in a fog, but this is what you get when you get certain technologies. All right, but James, you're here now. Go ahead, fam. What's on your mind?
Well, I like the other caller that called in that had said about what Kyle Shanahan is doing with, the backfield and the kind of running game he had when he was in Atlanta.
Yeah.
And now this is his baby. This is his show, the second year. And I believe that they're going to kill defenses with that running game that we're going to present. Because if you look at Breida and McKinnon are like cheetah fast, okay? They're not just fast. They're like cheetah fast, bro. And then you factor into, okay, let's let Joe Williams just pound it right up the middle on defenses. While McKinnon and Breida are coming in the game, but they're throwing like swing passes to him. Okay, or they're basically running those one-cut runs, going to the left and cutting it back to the right, just following the guards, okay, and stay right in the path of the blockers. You understand? They are gonna and the caller was right about Kyle Shanahan wanting to be more than just one-dimensional. I think he's putting together a package offensively where we may go play a team, just say this coming weekend, and that team might see maybe 45, 50 passes. And some of those passes are running backs catching them out the backfield. But then a game the following week, we might actually basically it's what he did that week with all those passes. He'll do it in reverse, basically the next week against another team, where you're setting up the pass by running the ball, and the more that you run the ball and you get the defense into buying into it, oh yeah, it's a pass. You just let the running back hit it full speed. Just hit him right out the backfield. 4 or 5 blockers out there in front of him, and we're eating up a defense 40, 50 yards a clip, man, off a play. And it just continues to get better. And I mean, there's so much. I mean, you could even look at last year on some of those plays, I mean, of what Jimmy Garoppolo was able to do. And then now having a full offseason with his receivers getting more acclimated, more adjusted with them, and understanding their concept of running routes. And the best is yet to come. And I know that Kendrick Bourne is really lighting it up right now. And I think he's going to be an amazing receiver. I mean, because Kyle Shanahan seen it in him. Kyle has watched him grow. Even last year, you could see it. He gained extreme confidence by just playing along with Jimmy Garoppolo. And now it's carrying over. Now he's looking at it like, okay, well, they say that Marquise is this way and Pierre is this way. Well, there's a new guy in this uniform, in one of these uniforms too, and the name is Bourne. It starts with Kendrick. And, all goes well. If he stays healthy, man, I could look at him and a bunch of other young players just having these breakout seasons, because the thing is, a lot of the plays that Shanahan is going to run are going to be plays where it's the 3-by-1 sets, 3 receivers, 1 tight end with a running back in the backfield. Now you don't know really who's doing what, because if it's Garcon as well as Goodwin and Kendrick Bourne in that 3 receiver set, and then you've got like maybe either Dante Pettis or either Garrett Celek on the other side of the offensive line, and then there's Jerick McKinnon or even Matt Breida, or for that case, even Joe Williams sitting in the backfield. Now, while your defense is cheating up to the line, okay, they're going to do a little quick slant right across the middle. Yeah, but if you don't cover that right, and you let Goodwin get a 4-yard separation on you,
game over.
That's 6 points, man.
Game over.
That's 6 points.
Good night.
It's game over.
Yeah.
The defense is going to be over there talking to the defensive coordinator like, hey, man, you didn't explain to us in practice this week about them running an offense in this manner. I mean, they're stacking 3 receivers on one side and putting this other receiver on the other. Oh, all these guys are fast, man.
Yeah.
We actually need to play like 14 guys against their 11. Okay, I mean, and then
I like your bunch at the end. It was great though. You put you would go Goodwin, Taylor, and Pettis on one side of the bunch. Now what you gonna do?
Now you got Garrett Celek, or even for that matter, Dante Pettis on the other side of the line. Now you've got McKinnon coming out the backfield. Okay, and it's much harder to stop a running back coming out the backfield, catching a swing pass from a quarterback, and he's got 3 or 4 blockers out in front of him.
And one of them's going to be the juice.
That's very hard to stop. Yeah. That's right. And one of them will be the juice. And if my predictions call it right, I guarantee you a lot of that running is going to be going to probably, I'd say, the right side of the line will have a bulk of those running plays, because I'm predicting Richburg in the middle, Garnett and McGlinchey on that right side of the line, with Tomlinson and Staley to the left. But the bottom line is, how does your defense how does your defense account for all that offense? Because at the end of the day, when your defense, if you got your secondary is going to have to come up to the line to try to stop this onset of super fast receivers, and then that back coming out the backfield is just as deadly as one of them going down the field on a deep route, a post pattern.
You're absolutely right. And James, you know what's really interesting about Kyle Shanahan? He anticipates what a defense is going to do. This is what makes his offense so effective. Because if he tells his guys, here's what's going to happen when you do this. Here's what's going to happen when this happens. You are going to be open. He knows which guy, X's and O's. Kyle's like, his mind is incredible. This is why they're so successful.
What he will actually do, not cutting you off, he'll run a play. Say that play picks up 8 yards. He'll run, and most of the time you figure, okay, you get a first down. All right, so now you run the ball, you run a little a zone read, hand the ball off to the running back going to the right. He takes 3 yards. He waits for the defense to buy into it, and he cuts it back to the left. But see, Kyle Shanahan will turn around, and if they get that first down and they're 40 yards away from the end zone, he'll tell Jimmy G, go ahead and hit it.
Yeah.
Go ahead and hit it. Marquise, you and Garcon and Kendrick, go by the 3-by-1 set, and Jarek, I want you in the backfield. Jimmy, I want you to dial it up and hit it. Now, 2 of those guys are going to wind up going extremely deep. How long can a defense cover in a game like that?
They can't. They can't. James, we got to stop there, though. And I want you to remember that play so you can run it tomorrow night. I want to hear the rest of it, too.
Ronbo. No problem at all, man.
All right, fam. Good to hear from you as usual, James.
All right, none of Empire, none for life. And this is going to be a very interesting year, man. I mean, because it's I believe when other teammates of the Patriots had been saying that, when they would walk out on the field, if they couldn't see the jersey number, they couldn't tell whether it was Garoppolo or Brady. And right now, we know where number 10 is, and we got nothing but high hopes, man. And you might as well dream big, because we got all the personnel to do it. Just hopefully they can stay healthy, commit to being the best that they craft, and high hopes and blessings from God. So
yeah.
Thank you so much, Ronbo. Have a blessed night. Niner Empire, Niner for life.
Yeah, you too, James. Yeah. James bringing that passion as usual. All right, who we got? Let me check this out here. Rod Manhammer, H-Town is Houston. Houston! I'd forgotten about that. Not being Texas and not hearing a lot about Texas. Although it's really fun to have relatives in Texas. If they knew what I was saying, they'd say, what's wrong with you? I see, also, hey, but my relation is out. It's closer to Arkansas. You know that place where they sell Texarkana? And everybody says, man, this ain't Texas and this ain't Arkansas. What the hell is this? I used to laugh at that so much. Books by Dallas as well. Where was that? Lawrence Barker. Yo, Ronbo, give us a shout out, Lawrence Barker. Yes! Niners! One of the Rockets rider, I don't want to see Jerry Rice come back and go to another team. Ooh. You know how annoying that would be? This is the thing. If Rice, and if I'm Jed York and I hear about Jerry Rice is threatening to sign with the Rams or the Hawks or something crazy like that, I would tell John, you know what? I don't care what it takes. Stop him. Even if it means bringing him to our, I don't want to argue about this. Stop him. This looks bad. Gil Fista, what's up, fam? Haters go hate. I know. Let them hate. I'm enjoying that, too. When the season gets started, they can continue to hate. Jermaine Adams, KB, is going to take somebody's starting job. And you know what? Eventually, if he continues to improve, it's going to have to be that way. You know? And Ray Histo, People seem to forget Kyle Shanahan used to play wide receiver, so he knows what he needs from his wide receivers. Yes. See, that's why I keep telling people to keep telling me, we didn't get no wide receivers, and we didn't even attempt to get any good wide receivers. We need to stop trying to know more than Kyle Shanahan. I mean, I ain't mad at you. I'm just saying, because what you and I want, Kyle is the brainiac. Let him have what he wants. He knows what he needs. That's all I'm saying. And if it doesn't mean Des Bryant's on the list, that's okay. That's how I got that little dig in there. I've been fighting with Des Bryant people for like months. Hey, Coach Tim says, I told you about Thomason last year. He's got great potential, and Shanahan sees it too. You know what? I'm not even mad at that. Thomason was getting better and better each year. I was just surprised by how he was ranked as a top 10 guard at the end of that season, Coach. But really, I think it had a lot to do with Jimmy G. Jimmy G makes it easy. If you're an offensive lineman, he actually makes your job easier. Ian Sharp, can you... I like that shit, bro. Be on the sideline for motivation. Oh, man, that'd be terrible, man. As soon as guys coming off the field, boy, I'd be barking at them all the way across. You know what you're doing? You know what you're doing? KB, you know the man. I told you everybody use the man. You get out there, you prove to them that you are the man. You ain't out here by no accident. You are the man. This is your game to win. I mean, don't get me started on them boys, boy. At McCarver Jr., can you fill out that coaching staff application as a motivational coach? I'll call John to give him a hands up. I'd love it, fam. I ain't lying. Lawrence Margaret, Niners going to shock the world. Actually, after game 2 or 3, they're going to stop being shocked. Because they're going to see the 49ers got a plan. And Terrence Hicks, I'm in the house. What up, 49er Empire? Yeah, Terrence. JMJP. What up? Heading to Indianapolis. Heading to Indianapolis, not Empire for life. Indianapolis. JM, are you in Indy? Is that right? Yeah. Niners! Sharpshooter, that was for you too, fam. Jason Walker, you got me all fired up. He's Coach Ronbo, put me in. I'll run through a wall right now for you. Ooh, man, that'd be so much fun. Ian Sharp, I think Goof is Rudy's cousin. Maybe. Let me go to, it's, like he says, C.M. Tyler.
Look in my eyes. What do you see? Cult of personality. I know your anger. I know your dreams. I've been everything.
This is, now I know what girls always complain about when they say they're getting these kind of phone calls. Hey, Eric Sanchez, what's up, family? Hey, old Tyler Ramsey from Jag said Jimmy G shouldn't be on the top 100. He said they had no tape on him. That's why he looked so good against the Jags. Well, they should have had some tape.
Sure.
At the halftime, they should have ran the tape then, okay? And the Jags were, game 4? It took them 4 weeks. They couldn't get any tape? Come on. That's the worst excuse they could offer.
Excuses.
Thanks, Eric.
That's all anybody ever has.
Oh, yeah. I love when people cry about why they couldn't do no better. 44 points. Not to mention they got beat on so many plays. I mean, they just got ran off the field. It had something to do with Jimmy G, but it also had something to do with the way they were running that game. Go ahead.
Yeah, Ramsey and Boye were 2 of the top 3 corners on the top 100, and Goodwin had a field day.
Mm-hmm. See? This is what I'm most amused about.
Kendrick Bourne had some grabs, too.
But Kendrick Bourne was just killing them. Every time you look up, Kendrick had another pass. And that had nothing to do with straight-up football, Tyler. There was no need for film. Can you guard Kendrick? I mean, can you guard Marquise or not? And you know what? 90%, I'm not seeing anybody in the NFL actually could cover Goodwin. You can run alongside of him and maybe try to contain him, but nobody's going to stop Marquise. This is what I like about him.
Just, Hoyer and Beathard are good quarterbacks, It's just they had no protection. Jimmy is something special. He's a special kind of guy, special kind of specimen to where he sees those things and he'll get that ball off no matter what it takes. But Hoyer and Beathard seem to be afraid of getting injured, and it's unrealistic to expect everybody to make those throws.
Yeah. And also, Tyler,
they
one
really
other thing,
didn't have any protection.
Another thing, too, Jimmy G, he has an uncanny ability to put that ball right in a path, perfectly timed. I don't know how he does it. Watch him. When the receiver's running route, Jimmy's got that ball coming almost exactly. It can't be any faster. It can't be any slower. It's frigging perfect. And as soon as guys like Goodwin, who are fast as hell, come running in that direction, the defender has not a prayer. Oh, my God,
Exactly.
he's
Whenever
special.
on that pass against the Jaguars, when he at the beginning of the game when he was getting killed and hit Goodwin, he put. I saw a film thing, and this guy was like, you see how he's getting killed, and he put the ball in front of Goodwin, and Goodwin had to run and grab it?
And that means
like,
the defender
he put the ball
got
perfectly
smoked.
in front of him.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's what you call a super talent.
Exactly. And, you know, in that same video, it was a film review of what he did at the Jaguars and how he carved them up. And he said Telvin Smith and all the Jaguars defense was about to ready to run out of the stadium by the time the game was over. They have no idea how he's getting them into those windows.
Oh, and that shot to Kittle was just ridiculous.
Same thing with that pass to Bourne and, you know, all those windows.
But there it is. I'm saying, you know, they can watch film all day long. If he's throwing like that, there is not a damn thing you can do. So watch the film.
Exactly.
And you can watch it while it's on the field, too. If the receiver is out in front of you to the left or the right, you're dead meat. That's all there is to it. Unless Jimmy makes a mistake, which ain't going to be often.
Yeah, I can't remember who it was, but somebody said, I think it was a quarterback. I can't remember who it was. But he said, you could study years and years of tape on quarterbacks, and there's a lot of guys that still haven't been figured out. You can't really figure out extreme greatness and talent. You can't beat that.
How much tape is out there? Tom Brady, Aaron Rodgers, Matty
Exactly.
Ice, they got him last year. Ben Roethlisberger. You can't. Film's not going to help you anything.
It's not a tape thing with Matt Ryan.
Yeah.
It's not a tape thing with Matt Ryan. It's just that he don't have Shanahan no more, so he's not. And you know what? Let me say something though. Russell Wilson threw 34 touchdowns with no line. I don't want to defend him, but I'm just saying he had no line.
Right,
he had no defense. You could hardly name 3 receivers on that team. And he threw 34 touchdowns. That's the same amount of touchdowns Matt Ryan threw, and Matt Ryan was the MVP of the league.
And how much film we got on Russell Wilson? How much film we got on Russell Wilson? Film is not, when people start yelling about, wait till they get some film on him. For what? So they can enjoy the movie like we do? It's not going to help. There's certain things you can actually use for the film, but you can't sit there and look at the film, well, I know what to do now. Oh, please. No, you don't.
With those windows, no, you don't.
God, that's
you
just
can't just
comical.
close that. You can't close that small. You can't close that small window that easily. Nobody could stay with those guys. They're fast and strong in their own special way.
Yeah, and it's like Richard Sherman says, when he takes his hand off the ball, you know to jump. Hey, if you wait until then, it's too late. In essence, what Richard Sherman has done is set up every idiot that plays defensive back and every DC that thinks that's the key is going to look foolish. Because by the time Jimmy G, if he's watching Jimmy G take his hand off the ball, you keep watching Jimmy G. Meanwhile, the receiver's gone. You take your eye off of Jimmy G, or you keep your eye on Jimmy G and lose contact with where Goodwin is, you're dead meat. It's
comical. Either way, if you stay with the receiver or you look at the quarterback, one way or the other with Garappolo, you're getting beat.
Yep.
And he took his hand off the ball against that touchdown. He threw to Celek against the Titans, and that wasn't when he threw the ball. Mm-hmm. He took his ball off for a second and then kept running. And there were some plays, you watch in all the games when we were in the red zone, some stuff we missed. Well, some of the things he could have put a better ball on, other things the receiver could have done something. All that stuff is because they didn't have the time. But he was still able to go in there and play great. So all those small things in the red zone are going to be patched up. They're going to be scoring a lot of touchdowns, and they're going to absolutely murder the league average for scoring, just like they did last year.
And, and Tyler, with the kind of secondary we got now, as Jimmy's saying, he's having to adjust to all them trees and standing around in the end zone. Jimmy's going to be so good at this after a while because he's used to our defense, which is going to be probably one of the toughest secondaries that he's going to have to deal with all the time. Because how many teams have 6'2" guys running around out there and 6'3" guys running out there long and rangy, and every time you throw the ball, they're reaching in the way. I'm loving the secondary buildup. It could be one of our premier positional units. If everybody's looking at Jimmy G and the offense, would really look at that secondary. 6'2" behind the safety, 6'3", 6'3", opposite sides and athletic. Oh!
It's like, you know, like that. It's like I forgot who said it, but it was a while back. They said, it don't matter what our record's going to be. Matter of the fact is, we're going to be in the playoffs, and once we get there, the sky is the limit. Because we got this guy, and John Lynch said all he cares about is being great.
It is, you know.
So if we get in the playoffs, there's no telling what we're going to do because we're not, like, say we get in with a wild card. Well, every team in the NFC outside the number 1 and 2 seed gets in with a wild card, and crazier things have happened. And when you have a quarterback of this magnitude, you can go anywhere.
Tell you,
I mean,
because the fact is, if they get that far, it'll mean they may have sputtered in the beginning of the season, but they figured it out early enough to get in enough wins to get into the playoffs. Then they'll be the most feared team in the playoffs, guaranteed.
Yeah, and
that means they'll have figured it all out.
There were people saying they would rather play the Falcons than us in this year's playoffs this past season. And with Kyle Shanahan, you know, he knows he has Garoppolo, and he knows he can do certain things with him that he couldn't with any other quarterback.
True.
And he utilizes all of his players like that. He's like, oh, this guy can do this. That means I can draw up this play. I can do this. And, like, he utilizes their talents and all the best of their ability. So he can use little, like, people don't think you can, but with a quarterback, you don't just run a system. You can utilize tricks that only his ability has.
And Tyler, we're going to stop there, but you're right, because we're probably going to see things coming out of Kyle Shanahan's playbook this year that nobody's ever seen just because Jimmy has that ability. You're so right on that.
Yeah, and exactly, because he was very limited. He didn't know too many plays. Like I said before, I'm not going to hold you too long, but like I said before, there were a lot of plays that we saw the week before they kept on running, and it kept working. So imagine if they can spread out the playbook and use all kinds of different plays that you're not seeing every week.
Oh, it's such a glorious thought. All right, Tyler. I'll see you on Red and Gold tomorrow, okay?
Definitely.
All right, fam. Have a good night.
Pipe bomb.
Wait. There it is. Yeah, no, this is the thing. The versatility of Jimmy G's game and the diversity of Kyle Shanahan's playbook, that's a real scary combination. But, you know, the more I think about that secondary, the more exciting I get. When Jimmy G says things like, yeah, you got to readjust to that secondary. So, I had a little problem with that. Jimmy G is admitting he had a little problem with something. This is one of the most confident kids in the world. See, this is why if Jimmy G has problems with that, it's like Raymond said yesterday, if G had trouble with that secondary, what do you think the rest of the league's quarterback's going to do? They're really going to suffer. Sherman. Witherspoon, the man with the hardest hits. I'm talking Adrian. I'm talking, and up front of him, in case there's not enough back there, here comes Tart. Bam! Oh, that's an award-winning secondary. Hey, Big Daddy 69, what's up, man? Niners! Dean Lewis, sup? Toya Scott. Big Kid and Toya say Niner Empire, we love y'all. Holla! Slacks at the worst for going 10-6. I can agree with that. One guy the other day on the NFL Network said 11-5 from what I heard. I haven't seen that yet. Raymond Hannon, sup? Coach Tim says, I don't think C.J. Beathard's afraid of getting hurt. He stood in there with balls of stone while defenders blew him up in the holy pocket. Yeah, I agree. Beathard's not afraid, but you know what? He needs to be a little more cautious. He doesn't need to be fearful, but he does need, if you hear feet, if you hear pounding, then shift. This is something I hope he learns from Jimmy G. You got to feel that pressure and get out. And then it's Jeff Tan. Marquise Goodwin took a trip to Thailand at the end of the season and went to touch some tiger. I saw that. I saw those photos on that, by the way, Jeff. Yeah. I thought they were Photoshop. Was Marquise really standing behind that tiger? If I'm the coach, Marquise, don't play. You know, he's a wild animal. I don't care if they told you he was tame or not. Don't do this. I know you're fast, but come on now. Lawrence Barker, Jimmy G has the quickest release since Marino, and that's saying something right there. Classy hooligan, yeah, no. Let's go to the outlaw, Josie Wales. Josie!
Ronbo! How you doing, Ronbo?
Hey, doing fabulous, man. How you doing?
Doing great. Watching this beautiful sunset with this almost full moon behind me.
I know, right? Oh,
I
I
gotta
love
figure out
summer.
this video chatting so I can show all the fam all the beautifulness that I get to live in.
Tell you, man, you should have zoomed in so you could show us that shot. But I tell you, man, summertime. Sometimes I wish football season was during the summer, but it would take away from the drama, you know. So you got to have football in the wintertime, you know, because we don't have a lot of outside stadiums nowadays anyway. So you know, it would be interesting. Except for Buffalo, they're still playing out in 17 and 18-foot drifts. I wouldn't play for Buffalo
right?
if they paid me double. That's ridiculous. But Josie, what are you thinking tonight? Hey, and what do you think about
man,
Jerry coming back to play football?
I know, right? Beautiful, loving it. I thought we were talking about Bourne tonight, so I wanted to talk about Bourne a little bit.
Oh, jump on out there, man. Yeah.
Bourne is the man. I'm freaking loving me some Bourne. You know, it's funny because he traded from number 6 to number 10, and then when Garappolo got signed, he was like, oh, that's cool. You can have 10. I'll go to 84. So 84 is the year I was born.
All right.
That's perfect. I love it.
Yeah, so Kendrick's got to be your guy from now on.
Oh, man, Kendrick's the man. So it's actually funny because I've been looking up trying to find the jersey. They're all 10. I'm going, wait a minute. You can't sell me a Bourne 10. That's Garoppolo numbers.
They got to get rid of those jerseys, Josie.
Man,
they probably should have given it to you at an extreme discount.
Bourne. I'm thinking about getting my own, and it says your name, but I'm going to put his name and 84 on there.
Hey, you can do that. You can do that. You know, as a matter of fact,
the only way.
Yeah, go ahead.
That's the only route I got, I think.
No, you know what? Man, that jersey should be available soon. Maybe not yet. You might want to hold on unless you really want it now. But I think that's going to become available sometime soon.
Yeah, I'll hold on. I know he's going to make the team, but, you know, there's always that little...
Definitely. I mean, last year they were thinking about it and were afraid not to put him on the team. They didn't want to put him on the practice squad. So after this year of him putting on a show out in practice, and wait till we'll see the pads get on. We'll see if he still got it. Oh, he definitely makes the team. No doubt about that.
And old Chris Carter, he needs to just shut his damn mouth. Can somebody turn off his microphone or something? I'm sick of the crap he says.
Oh, God, I don't know.
I guess he was the Cowboys receiver recently, or retired.
Chris?
So.
Chris was the Vikings.
was he the Vikings? I thought he was a little bit Cowboys.
Well, he might like the Cowboys. I don't know about that, but I know he got famous being a Viking. And what I don't understand about Chris is his boy he's talking about Jerick McKinnon, who was a Viking. Like, he don't know him. I know he knows every guy on the team. I can't name 10 names.
You know, it's actually awesome. He's saying, I don't know 10 names on that team. Well, guess what? You're going to know all 53 next year.
Ain't that
You're going to know every name.
Oh, Chris. Man, I don't know how these so-called experts can't see. But you know what, though? They like to wait until you do something. I understand that. And the 49ers are a team that busted out in the last part of last season. So let them get a few games into the next season, and then the respect will probably start. So that's fine. You know.
I understand that it sucks when you made a fool, but
there's no point of saying dumb things. If a team wins 5 in a row, I don't care who they are. You don't accidentally win 5 games in a row. That's not luck. You can't luckily win 5. You can win maybe 2 and possibly 3, but nobody wins 5 games in a row by luck. That's not going to happen.
Yeah. When's the last time the Browns won 5 games?
You know what? That's a good trivia question. I wonder if anybody can answer that question. The Bush administration, actually, George Bush Sr. was in office. Dwight Eisenhower.
Right?
Browns fans, I'm just
have there
playing.
been?
Hey, I tell you, Josie, look out for the Browns this year, man. They have been voted to have the best wide receiver tandem in Jordan and also that guy they just picked up from Miami. That is a good
They do
duel.
actually have a pretty built team.
Yeah.
They do actually have a pretty built team.
They have no
But their
business getting
quarterbacks-
killed.
Their quarterback's super rookie. That's going to be Baker Mayfield, right?
Well, they're going to start off with the kid they got from Buffalo Bills. I don't know why his name's slipping right now. Anyway, he thinks he's going to start, and he probably will for a
McCown?
couple of games. And then they'll bring in Baker Mayfield. I'm figuring Baker will be in by game 5 if they lose. Now, if they're winning, Baker stays seated. You know? But they got a decent
But you know
quarterback
what's
now.
funny is, see how CJ evolved. He won his first starting game.
CJ?
CJ
Oh, CJ.
Beathard.
From the Giants game? Yeah.
Yeah,
I
got
can't-
us our first win.
I can't wait
he
to
was
see
rookie,
CJ.
so maybe.
I hope he's grown and he should have picked up some things from hanging around Jimmy, just like Jimmy picked up things from hanging around Tom Brady. I can't wait to see him in preseason, actually.
You know what I love is the wide receivers are saying, "Oh man, if you're getting thrown to by Beathard, then he makes sure it's precision every time. If you do a little bit of a mess up, he's like, no, we're going back, we're doing that again, and you're not doing that."
Oh, is that the way CJ's rolling now? Is CJ
Yeah,
large in the
that's how he
charge? How
rolls.
did that feel?
He notices little
CJ
things,
said
and he
because you're
doesn't
making
like
me
them to
look
do it.
bad,
He says,
okay?
Nope.
I like
So he
it.
does awesome.
That's leadership. You know,
So I
what
got
made me
another trivia
surprised?
question. I should have looked it up.
Go ahead.
Joe Staley touchdown. Does he have one? And I want to see him do it because I want to see that big man dance.
Everybody's been wanting to see Joe do an end zone dance. And I believe Joe played years ago when he first started. He played a legal, what do you call it? He declared eligible, and he did make a catch. I think was that Alex that got him the ball? Joe did. I think he did get in the end zone in that play. He definitely made a catch and made a run. I'm trying to remember, did he get in the end zone or not?
I don't know.
Anybody in
I
the
don't know. I
chat,
should've
remember,
looked
did
it up
Joe
before
get
I
in the
asked
end
the
zone with that
question,
catch, or did he just get a long gain? Anyway, yeah, Joe's made a catch before, and somebody asked him about that a couple of years ago, and Joe said, that was back when I was just a kid. I ain't going to be doing that now. So, you know.
Oh, you know what? I do remember that. Yeah, he did make a big run. He made like 35, 40 yards.
Did he
I
get
want to
in?
say. No, I don't think so, but he made a big play, and
Yeah.
it was hard to stop him. I think there were like 6 guys that were finally getting drugged by him.
And there's Joe. Just dragging bodies down the field.
Oh, man.
Hey,
So one
Josie.
other thing I wanted to say is, man, we got some good mouths. I never thought that I'd appreciate Sherman's mouth, but we got him upsetting everybody on the defense, well, their offense and our
Yeah.
defense.
Yeah.
And then you got Pierre, old Garcon, putting his mouth out there for our offense and upsetting that defense. Man, I think we're going to be just messing with their minds more than they even thought would happen. Plus, Garoppolo is going to be running around and frickin' making it all kinds of nasty for them. And we got these wide receivers. Obviously,
Josie,
nobody knows.
Look to hear about some fights in camp this coming up after July. These guys are serious this year. Josie, we got to go. I'm going to look for you tomorrow on Red and Gold Radio if you get some time, huh?
All right, Ronbo.
All right, fam. Continue
I'm going to
watching
do the
that
Niners
sunset.
real quick.
Yeah.
I'm going to do the Niners for everybody.
You going to do it? All right, let me have it.
Yep.
He's got a little tune to it, too. All right, Josie. See you tomorrow. And
Kentucky fan later, Empire.
yeah. And, hey, Jesus is my king. And here's the thing, this has been a running conversation with this group for a couple of days now. They have a fetish going. And Jesus is my king 777 has put Jesus to the side for a moment just to say, what do you think about a Latina Asian combo? It's got to be perfection. You know what I'm saying? I mean, really. Two beautiful groups of people having one. I'm telling you, man. Oh, yeah. That's got to be pretty special. You bad man, you. Nick Ramirez. It pisses me off. Some dude on NFL Network said Raiders going to beat us, and I think they've been smoking too much grass. Nick, people don't understand the 49ers just yet. They only know that we got this in place. They don't know how it's all going to come together. Let them trip. Classy Hoolin, 49ers 31, Vikings 14. Because you see, there's one man who has a penchant for making mistakes. It is Kirk Cousins, especially when it's really critical. Isaac DeFoyer says, you see what Jalen Ramsey said? I got a kick about Jalen Ramsey today on he was on NFL Network saying there were guys that the other two guys were saying can't be covered. I was laughing. I said, man, and Jalen says, well, I don't know if he can't be covered, but, I got to go back and look at that tape again. I was abused. I said, Jalen, man, if he's standing there with guys that are saying about wide receivers that can't be covered, of course he's going to object to it. Renzo S., what's up? SVG Coots, check your Twitter. Ronbo sent you Ramsey's clip on the thoughts on Jimmy G. He's so salty. Somebody just repeated what he says. I think somebody said something about him not having enough film. Sad. Never offer those kind of excuses. When you get beat up, just take your whooping and then come back and get him next time. But don't start saying things like, Eric Sanchez, Ramsey said Jimmy G shouldn't be on the top 100. He went on to say, he said that they had no tape on him. That's why he looked so good against his team. Jalen, man, you're a clown. Oh, God. Let us go now to, hey, Bethel. Come on in, Bethel.
Hey, what's up, Rumble? How you doing today?
We're just sitting here laughing at Jalen Ramsey. He says he didn't have enough tape. That's why we scored 44 points on their defense.
The thing is that you could have a lot of tape on anybody, and you still won't contain that person because you could have hundreds of tapes of anybody you want. Once you play them, that's a different story because you don't know who you're playing and you don't know how they're playing. Because they could change the playbook, they could change everything up on you, and you think that you actually have them figured out, and then you're like, "Oh shit, how did that happen?"
See,
you're like,
can use that against you.
I guess we called the wrong play.
Yeah. So if you go ahead and you wait for that play to develop because you saw it on film, now you're going to get abused. Stupid.
Yeah. Although you could say a lot of things about anybody, but in the end of the day, they sometimes they have your number, or sometimes they have you beat. And I remember hearing from somebody that they always say that that defense what makes Super Bowls. So if our defense is doing that to Jimmy G, and other offenses are gonna be struggling, then they don't have a chance against us.
But they think so. And they got to come up with excuses right now. It's embarrassing when you give up 44 points to a team. I understand the Jaguars' pain, but just be quiet. Don't start saying the wrong thing. You make yourself look silly.
Yeah, because I was in that game. It was so much fun watching players do that. So,
Because, I mean, come on,
I
man.
go. I seen the whole game. It was really fun.
And it had nothing to do with how much film you. And they had 4 weeks. So you know what? It's their fault. They had 4 weeks of film. And if you guys didn't know to go look at the film, if you thought that was going to make the difference, then whose fault is that? So crying about
Yeah,
how Jimmy
their
G
fault.
should not be in the top 100, and then the only reason you guys gave up 44 points is because we didn't have no film on him. Oh, Jalen, you look like a fool. Eh. So-
Me, I had a lot of fun in that game, and I seen how they were playing. They were playing their asses off to try to beat us until the last minute. There's no team that's not gonna say that they're not trying if they're actually till the last minute trying their hard stuff just to try to beat us. So how could they say that they were not trying?
They didn't have enough film. Everybody stopped saying they weren't trying. They didn't have enough film. So Jimmy surprised them. They didn't know what to do. But as Marquise Goodwin is running by Jalen's ass, what kind of film was going to help him? Stand back? He already know to stand back after the first couple of minutes of the game. He's too fast. And I can see Jalen's eyes every time he was standing next and looking at it. You can see his eyes right through the helmet from a distance from the camera angle. As Marquise was standing there, Jalen's eyes looked like golf balls because he was scared. Ain't fooling me.
That's why our defense is going to win. Our defense and offense are going to win the Super Bowls because how good it makes Jimmy G look everybody.
Oh, man. I can't wait till next season.
And the thing that I actually liked, when the Rams caller, called that, he was not, disrespecting,
For once. Yeah.
Yeah. And that's how it should be. You enter somebody else's, program, yeah, you could say, you could say, okay, our, that whatever they're going to do, that's your opinion, and we have our opinion. But as long as you keep it civilized, you could call in.
That's what I said.
Because
Brother, we need to, we need to stop. I'm gonna look for you tomorrow if you get some time, huh?
All right. Have a good show. Hit the like. And like
that's
always,
right.
you always do a good job.
Thank you, Bethel. That's right.
And,
don't forget to hit me some like.
And I'm actually really happy that I stumbled into your show because, I always have fun with your show.
Thanks, Bethel. All right. Tell you
No
what,
problem, fam.
Look for you tomorrow. Let's have some more fun, all right? Have a good night, Bethel.
All right. Have a good night, too, Rumble.
Hey, thanks, fam.
Let's go Niners.
Yes. It is Civic Sport Injection FB6. Thank you. He says, Niners by law, where they go, go. Niners by law, where they go, we go. Yeah. You know what? I got to end that with it. Niners! Remember during draft night, I got carried away with the hollering? And then 2 days later, I was like, guys, I'm not going to be able to yell tonight. And believe me, when I say I can't yell tonight, it's not that I'm doing a Trent Baalke imitation, but I am unable to speak. But we will continue. And since I am already on that page, you guys are still blaming me for 2015, 2016. You should know one thing. You can all go to hell. I did the best I could with what I had. You try to work with guys like Chip Kelly and see how well you do. And also, I didn't my idea to pick up Tom Sewell either. He's a good friend of the York family. So you blame me. Well, just, hey, Trent, can I talk to you for a moment, please? Yeah, all right. Sit down. and shut up. Hey, let me say, Lawrence Barker. 49ers will have at least 5 Pro Bowl selections this year. Hey, and hey, Cynthia, what's up? Hey, and Cynthia has a question. She says, do y'all think I should go to the Minnesota game? If we lose, I don't want to go. Cynthia, you can't know if you're going to lose before the game. So I really suggest, if it's convenient for you, to be there. And I really do think the 49 Empire is growing to such a magnitude that, unlike when you were at that Super Bowl, you may have lots of company with you this time. Daniel Garcia, not a fam, not Empire 831. Oh! Daniel Garcia, not Empire 831. Daniel Serrano says, I said the Browns will win 8 games. Yeah, you know what? I think so. Hey, people got to take the Browns. That wide receiver core is scary. The quarterbacks ain't bad this year either. The defense has been good for the last 2-3 years. Angel Cortez, what's up, fam? Yeah. Jacques.
Ronbo, baby.
Jacques, what's up, man?
What's going down, Ronbo? Hey, let me give you the rundown, man. I left work. I came home, took my shower, you know what I'm saying? And then I'm like, okay, it's about that time for Rumble. Rumble comes on, you know what I'm saying? I ate dinner, you know what I'm saying? And then next thing I know, I'm looking at Brady, number 1, you know, in the 100 on the list. I'm
finished.
like, what? Brady took it, baby. I'm like, Brady?
You know, Jock, they had to give it to him. Because, you know, if Brady may not be back next year, or next year may be his last year. So they got to give his number 1 this year because he may not make number 1 next year. So, you know.
No, I mean, he knows his old boy, you know what I'm saying, is going to go way up next year.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he knows that. You know what I'm saying? So he might as well wrap it up. You know what I'm saying?
Where would you have put him?
He might as well wrap it up, man.
Yeah, you know? I agree. Well, hey, but where would you have ranked Brady if it was up to you? I don't know where. Where would you? He's got to be.
Well, let me tell you, man. I mean, to me, I think he deserves all the prop that he's getting right now because, you know, I mean, when you look at it, you know, and they're showing it, they're showing it on NFL. When the draft, that dude was a skinny dude. Don't nobody would look at Brady. You know what I'm saying? That dude was a skinny motherfucker, you know, and nobody was going to look at him. You know? So for him to go in there, you know what I'm saying, and, you know, and wait until, I forgot that quarterback name, until he got hurt, you know what I'm saying? And that boy just shined. You know what I'm saying? He just shined. But, you know, and here's the deal, man. The deal is, you know, you got them big-ass fucking, what they call, O-line. You know what I'm saying? You got your offensive line blocking for you, and those are humongous dude, and that's what Shanahan is doing. You know what I'm saying? If you got those huge dude, you know what I'm saying? Hey, listen, man, and no shining for you, man. You know, you're gonna shine. You know, because them boy, they ain't gonna let you get to the, you know, to the quarterback. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
So I know Jimmy G, you know what I'm saying? I know my boy, you know, he's set, you know what I'm saying? And nobody gonna go back there and fuck with him. You know what I'm saying?
No,
because, you know, let me tell you, man, if anyone come in and sack Jimmy G, hey, you better get your wallet ready because, you know, you're going to pay for that shit.
You know,
You're going to pay
he's
for
got some
that.
guys with attitude out there now, especially Weston Richburg. This is why I really appreciate him being in the middle. And you know what? He's had really a lot of success against Nagavik and Sue.
Yeah.
He ain't afraid of at all, you know? So
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I know, and especially you remember he used to block for Eli.
Yeah.
Back in the days. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So he knows, you know, and then Joe's gonna have everybody in check. You know,
Yeah.
Joe's
the
gonna get
enforcer.
everybody in check.
Yeah, get crazy with Joe, man. That's it. And also, you know who I really like too? Jonathan Cooper. Ever since last year I seen him, I hope he's healthy. Jonathan Cooper, I have a feeling will be starting on the left side if he's feeling all right. They just signed Laker Tomlinson, though. I'm not sure what that offensive line is still such a mystery to me. I don't get it. You signed Laker Tomlinson for that much money, he better start, right? So we'll see.
Yeah. I mean, no doubt he's gonna start. You know what I'm saying? Like I say, I will jump on him before I jump on Garnett. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know.
I don't know, for some reason, I ain't got no love for Garnett. You know what I'm saying?
We've not
I ain't got
seen
no love for him.
We've not seen enough of him, Jock. You know, like I was saying yesterday, Garnett came in the first year and he played a few games. Last year, he missed the whole season. So Garnett, for what we know, Garnett, we don't know much other than the fact that he ain't been there. I'm still wondering what he looks like in real action. We'll see in another couple of weeks. I mean, when they get back to practice, we'll see if he's got anything or not. Because remember, that boy held off Nagavik and Sue. They say he was helped out with double teams, but all the pictures I seen, he was dealing with him pretty well. So we'll see.
Yeah, well, we'll see that. But Ronbo, let me ask you this: if you think if Jimmy G got hurt, do you think CJ can do the job?
I hope so. And I can't say right now, Jacques, because I need to see CJ in preseason to see if he's grown from last year. CJ's got to stop taking so long to get rid of the ball, number one, and move out when pressure's coming at him. I hope he's learned some of these things from Jimmy G. You don't need to stand there and show how tough you are by getting beat up like that. Get rid of the ball.
Yeah.
Or move away from that pressure and find a receiver. Yeah.
You think we're gonna keep another quarterback? You know, going in the regular season with three quarterbacks.
I think it's still gonna be the same kid that was on the practice squad last year. But Jock, we gotta go. I'm gonna tell you what. I'm gonna look for you. What's that? Nunez? And what was the kid's name? We got one more kid we put on the practice squad. Anyway, Jock, let me see you tomorrow, fam.
Okay, you on tomorrow?
Yeah, Red and Gold Radio. We won't be on YouTube though.
Okay,
right.
I got you, baby.
All right,
all
fam.
right.
Have a good night.
Niners for life. Niners Empire, baby.
Yeah.
All right.
What is that kid on the practice squad that nobody bothers? Quarterback. You know what? Is he still? Oh, where is my quarterbacks? It's not C.J. Goodwin. I gotta know his name. There's Jimmy Garappolo. Yeah, Nick Mullins. Yeah, I got a feeling Nick's still going to be in the practice squad, and he's going to be that guy that's going to come in on the bench. You know, if some team could be really vicious, if they really wanted to hurt the 49ers, they go ahead and they pick up Nick Mullins, who's been groomed with the 49ers system for 2 years. You know, if anybody knows the playbook now, it might be Nick Mullins and CJ. So, you know, Daniel Serrano, let me get a Viva la Mexico Niners! Hey, you know what? I wonder how many fans we have in Mexico. Angel Cortez, the same thing. Viva la Mexico! Niners! You know what? Y'all gonna have me. I'm gonna be doing. I could see if I had to come back tomorrow. I'll be. Well, you know, last night we got a little carried away with the screams. So today I guess I'm going to have to keep it down to about this. Please don't ask me to scream. I don't have it. You're pretty soon people will say, hey, Ronbo, man, you like Trent, don't you, man? Because how come you always doing that? Trent made me madder than anybody I ever known. I'm serious. And that, boy, there's been a lot of people in my life that piss me off. But not like Trent. Class Hooligan, what about Julian Taylor? I really like his potential, avoiding any injuries. He's a very unique player and has potential to be a force every game. Listen, we have 2 guys next year. Julian Taylor's one of them. And the defense is going to be really, man, the war. This year, these 2 guys, the one we also picked up from the same school is, we just got to talk, the injured guy. Anyway, those 2 guys, if the defensive line has any issues this year, look for them 2 dudes to be large next year. Large. Hey, Monroe. Hey, Monroe.
Hey, Ronbo, what's going on?
Monroe, man, just sit back here and, as you know, we're having fun with the future.
Yeah.
Monroe, man, you got Jerry Rice talking about coming back to play, and then you got Kendrick Bourne that's just doing a number at practice. All coaches started to say, "Did you see that? Did you see that?" And Jimmy G said, like, "Yeah, he's kind of special." Ooh, Kendrick.
Ronbo, I had a question. I had a thought. What? Since the receiver corps look pretty nice, what if Kyle Shanahan didn't make nobody a starter? What if he made everybody play situational?
Ooh, yeah. He's got like a lot of sets where they're going to have a lot of receivers on the field. A lot of those guys are never going to go the whole game. I don't think any of the receivers are going to stay the whole game on the bench because he gets
maybe certain routes that Kendrick Bourne.
Yeah,
maybe like certain routes for Kendrick Bourne, certain routes for Marquise, certain routes for Pierre, and certain routes for Pettis.
Ooh.
Because that's hard. Because you got to think about it. That's hard. That's kind of hard to plan the defensive plan for all those guys.
You can't. You put the 4 receiver set, right, and you put Jerick McKinnon in that as well.
Like say for instance, Ronbo, we finna go play the Rams, right?
Yeah.
No disrespect to number 15. No disrespect. But those are 2 good corners. Would you rather see Marquise and Bourne going against those top corners than Marquise and Goodwin? Than Marquise and Garcon? Because Garcon, he's a tough catcher, but I think Bourne got a better quick step and a better, faster separation like Marquise.
I agree. I want to see what Garcon looks like this year. Last year we played the Arizona Cardinals. Garcon got taken out of the game. So you know what?
Yeah, but he's been in the league for a long time. So you know what I mean?
True. I want to see what Garcon looks like this year because you're right. If you got 3 premier youngsters now, you got Goodwin, you got Pettis, and you got also, he's got to build up a little more reputation, but you got Bourne. See, and if you got Trent Taylor in the slot, there's 2 of those covers that are impossible, and 2 of them are really difficult. And there's nobody in the league that can cover Marquise Goodwin, and there's nobody in the league that can cover Taylor in the slot. So, your edge, what can you put out there?
Don't get me wrong, he's more like an Anquan Bolden type. Like he's not he gonna give you a little separation, but he's just a tough
He's
catcher.
Strength.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's why I was like, do that really kind of fit Kyle Shanahan's offense now? How everybody's fast and
Garcon's played with Kyle before, and he did a really good job. Garcon runs great route. That's his also his strength. He's strong and he runs great route. So him and Jimmy are going to get along just fine. He's not going to be a problem. But what I want to know is when can the 49ers take advantage as a defensive, especially secondaries, because Talib has gotten too old. If Marquise Goodwin goes out on Talib, he's going to smoke him. He's going to smoke Peters too, but Talib especially would be dead meat. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens. Peters may
I'm
be
just
able to
worried
deal with
about
Garcon.
Peters on Garcon. I'm just worried about Peters on Garcon.
Yeah, I know,
That's
right?
what I'm really worried about right there.
Then what you do
Even
is
though Garcon can hold his own, I'm just really. I don't think it just gives you that. He give you the tough catches. You can make. He's a reliable receiver. Hands down with the hands, everything. But he's not gonna give you that extra edge that you need to break away.
No,
you know
I know
what I'm
what you
saying?
mean.
Bourne has that.
I know what you mean.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And now you got that on both sides. And he got size on him too. He's like 6'2",
6'1".
6'3".
He's 6'1".
Yeah.
You
he's my
know,
height.
you could run him out. You could run Garcon out of the slot against teams like that. And I wonder if Kyle's thought about that. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't let him have to beat anybody off the edge, because he still runs really good routes.
Mm-hmm. And I'm gonna say one thing you said about Minnesota. I'm gonna tell that person, don't be afraid of Minnesota, because Minnesota just forgot. You don't think Kyle Shanahan is gonna go bring Jerry McKenna in? Jerry McKenna in to create a playbook for them that week, because he knows their defense.
Right.
I bet you he brings Jerry McKenna in, or Jerry McKenna. Where's their weaknesses at? What they don't like? What you know what I'm saying?
Because he plays that he played that defense every day last year, right? Yeah, good point.
Yeah.
Defense will be designed for them fools.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He gonna say this linebacker don't like lateral. He don't like when the player go lateral. This corner don't like this kind of route. You know what I'm saying?
Or play him to his left, or play him to his right. All those little things that give you a little edge on these guys. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I agree. All right. Hey, Monroe, I'm going to look for you tomorrow, man. All right?
All right. Ronbo, I'm gonna finish it for you, so you don't have to scream no more. No!
Yes! Good job, Monroe. I'm telling you, I'm impressed, man. Have a good night, fam.
All right, good night.
All right, and here he comes. Here comes the Rod. Oh, Rod.
The Rock says he's a 49er fan.
I thought that was The Rock. The Rock says. The Rod says.
Hold on. Before you give me my introduction.
Yes.
I heard you get on me when I fell asleep, man. you had me sounding like a horn. Had me and my wife laughing at me, man. And you called it just right too, man. It was a busy work day. But I had to have me in my mouth. I had to have me in my mouth.
Rod, it was so entertaining. I had to listen to it a couple of minutes, but Rod, you was tired, man. You was extremely tired. I could tell you was enjoying every Z. They was flying all up in the air and everything.
You could say I was in Trent Baalke mode.
We gotta get Rod.
But anyway, the Rod says, know your role and give me that.
So, Rod. Rod, we tell you, man, we enjoyed that, man. I'm telling you, man, that was fun stuff. And especially when you got to them horn sounds. I ain't never heard nothing like that, Rod.
Hey, what's going on, my man, Ronbo?
Yeah. Rod, you got Kendrick Bourne, look like he's blossoming into a star. You got Jerry Rice. For some reason, T.O. has done started something. Rice saw T.O. and said, what? Well, if he go play, I'm playing. What do you make of all this, man?
Hey, you know, Rice already did it now. Hell, he retired with Oakland at what, 44?
Right? You know? Was Jerry? Yeah.
Right.
Jerry was no spring chicken when he left Oakland.
And went to the Super Bowl.
I know, right?
Him and Tim Brown old ass.
Man. and was instrumental in that game. They lost, but still. My God, they were out there. And there was a reason why they was there in the first place. Damn.
Yeah, well, tell you what, man. That damn Terrell Owens, man. Did you see the 4-4 run?
I did. I watched that a few times. I said, you know what? It's like what they say on NFL Network. Somebody got a quick finger. They may have pressed a button too soon.
Then he had Julio with him.
Yeah. Julio got a 4.43. The other dude had a 4.44. But you know,
I don't know.
I don't know. It's running in a straight line on a track and playing with a bunch of guys bumping into you. I don't know, Rod. Would you bring him back?
I mean, I look at it like this here, Ronbo. I mean, you and I said this before.
Mm-hmm.
Shit, when we was at the damn Super Bowl playing Baltimore Ravens, we had this old washed-up cat who was afraid to catch the damn ball in traffic named Randy Moss. Remember him?
I know. And you know, it should have been T.O. instead of Randy anyway.
It should have been.
Yeah.
It should have been. But I got to address another issue. You was talking about these Jacksonville Jaguars, talking about making excuses. We didn't have no tape on them. Look, man, you just mad because don't nobody need no tape on your garbage ass quarterback,
right?
Or the one before him. Who was his name? Blaine Yogurt.
That's it. Blaine. That's him. You Blaine Yogurt.
Blaine Yogurt and Blaine Border.
Man,
plain Border.
He could have said anything but that. That was weak. Jalen Ramsey. Oh no, that's terrible.
Okay, Marquise got something for him.
Yeah,
Marquise got something for him.
Jalen,
let me tell me what you think about this right here, man. Reuben Foster is practicing with Jared McKinnon. Meaning Jared McKinnon, he's getting his head knocked the fuck off this offseason. What is during training camp? He's gonna get his head knocked off. So
I hope not, because
you think you might see another stud running back in the making now? After practicing with
Reuben,
the NWA, the Niners with attitude.
You know, I imagine they got to understand with each other. Hey, well, come on, man. Remember, we know each other, okay? We teammates. I know how, because you know how you be getting excited when you play ball. Yeah, I don't care if you're playing basketball, football, or whatever. You get excited. You start getting crazy. Especially, you don't think about this person's on my team. I don't need to kill him. So I just hope they don't get to that point. But yeah, you know what? 3 guys, Rod. You got 3 guys in the mix. I still think Joe Williams is going to come out surface in this run when they put the pads on. Because all 3 of them dudes is badass.
He can beat out Mustard? Think he can beat out Raheem Mustard?
No, Raheem's going to make the team regardless. Because he's going to be the special teams champ. But they still need him because Raheem can run, man. Raheem is fast. I mean, real fast. I mean, he's the fastest one out of all of them. That's what's crazy.
The only reason I ask is because I don't see Matt Breida coming out either, man. I don't see Matt Breida leaving. I expect to see Matt Breida looking a little bit more polished this year.
I do too. Rod, if we were sitting on the sidelines, we'd be trying to figure that one out. The season be already started. You guys got to get rid of one of them running backs. Well, which one? I'm not getting rid of none of them. You know, just start arguing because I don't know who you'd be getting rid of.
We want our backs. We want all of them.
I do.
We want all of them. And even I'm interested to see what this McNichols guy gonna do too. The guy we got from Tampa Bay.
I forgot about him. See?
Yeah.
He's got talent too.
Yes, he does. He's got some good vision, man.
It's fast too.
I've seen him play. He's got some good vision. He's another track star.
I don't know what they're gonna do, Rod. I still know. Somebody we're gonna be disappointed by somebody leaving that we didn't want to see go. Joe has got to secure that ball, though. They'll look for any edge or excuse to get rid of somebody this year. Joe fumbles, it's that close, that competition. Man.
Well, I think think back to the Denver Broncos era now, because this is where Kyle Shanahan come from under his father. Mm-hmm. You know, you had Terrell Davis, then you had Orlando Gary, you had Mike Davis.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he just keep bringing 1,000-yard backs.
Mm-hmm.
I think this is the new Niner stud backfield of this generation is going to look like that now, I think, man.
It's loaded, too. Whoa, man. Rod, we have to go and think about that. You know what? I'm going to try to figure out who I'd get rid of if I have to get rid of one of them, and I'm going to have to. Because you can't keep all the running backs because Juice is going to take up a spot in the running back group. Oh, man. All right. Anyway, Rod.
Monster either because Dante Pettis there, man.
Oh.
Might not need no more special teamers. DJ Reed, man.
I know. It's loaded, man. The talent is just really ridiculous. I don't want the Seahawks, who are sitting up figuring out how they're going to load their roster up, taking up all the guys we got to get rid of. This is the thing that bothers me the most. Damn it. All right. Anyway.
It's in before you go, man.
Yeah. Niners! Say goodnight to Rod.
I love the way you put that. You put some acapella in the den, boy. I like that. Holla back at you, Ronbo.
All right, Rod. Appreciate you, fam. What we got here? San Francisco is whispering softly. Wow. Oh, he says, Ronbo, did you see my reply on your tweet earlier about number 73, old school Niner? Hey, you know what? Let me see his name. Yeah, Namalini. You know, I really got a kick out of a Namalini. That was the first guy the 49ers ever drafted. 73 days left. And Namalini was the first guy they ever drafted. This guy played back when football was, I mean, when men were men, you know. One bar across the bar. This dude played both ways for how many years? And you know what really amazes me? Namalini was an Italian immigrant. Yeah. Playing 49er football their first draft. The dude was awesome. They retired his number already. You notice you never see another 73 on the 49er field again. That's awesome. I was impressed. This is the nice thing about going down through the best guys for every number. You get a lot of history that you may have not been aware of. So that's why I plug it in there and let you read that and check that out. Let me go to... Michael. Hey, Michael Rabina. Michael. I don't know, like, go a little Earth, Wind, and Fire. Baby! Michael!
How we doing, Ronbo?
Mike, man, I'm telling you, man, with the things that are going on, I thought it was going to be quiet during the next few weeks while the 49ers are taking a break. All of a sudden, Jerry Rice is, first of all, getting naked for ESPN, the magazine's annual body issue, which is already comical. And then he sits down and has an interview and says, yeah, I'm really proud of my body, and I really feel like I could come back and play football right now. And if any team is looking for a wide receiver, I'm available. Hey, Jerry, man, when you calm down, you can't go to another team. And the 49ers, if they don't pick you up, you can't go to another team. I'm really worried about that, Mike. I think Jerry's serious. And then, of course, we have our star in the making, the one that's coming on strong, and Kendrick Bourne. Oh, man, everybody's talking about him in Santa Clara.
Well, you know, as far as Jerry's concerned, that's great. He's doing his thing with his modeling career and all that, but it's a little bit different when you strap on the pads, and he should already know that. He's a little bit long in the tooth to be strapping on the pads again. And, you know, don't do this to your fan base, first of all. We love Jerry, and Jerry's the GOAT to us, and we don't want to have to say no. So don't do this. Just don't do it. And but I wanted to say something to the Empire out there, man. I want you guys to hear this. This is what your coach. If you go to Wikipedia and you look up Kyle Shanahan, this is what this coach quoted in 2006. Okay, I studied every potential X's and O's play and issue possible. I spent my whole life working on that. My goal was that any question a player could have about anything on the field, I'd be able to answer it. And you know what? I believe every word of that. Because if you look at Kyle Shanahan and his demeanor and his, you know, he's a serious dude, he's a clever guy, and you can just tell there's a certain way about him, a confidence, a swagger, and a positiveness. I believe every word of that.
I do too.
And, man, I mean, this guy teaches, you hear players like Joe Staley talk about him, and the way that he teaches he's got every answer for every play. And if you got a question, this guy's got the answer. And if you're teaching your football team like that, and these players are understanding how these plays work from the top to the bottom, I mean, you're going to be successful. And, I mean, look what he did with Atlanta. It took him 2 years because of the system and all. But, man, look what he did with that football team's offense. And, I mean, you can't help but think, and you can't help but think with this team, he's actually got to pick all his parts. You know, he's got to pick the groceries, so to speak. So, I mean, this is good stuff, man. And, I mean, you can break down, you know, I heard somebody earlier breaking down, you know, some of the formations, the bunch formations, and the schemes that he likes to use, passing concepts. And like you were talking about, it's not just going to be a run game or going to be a pass game. This is going to be a balanced offensive attack with many different ways to attack you. I mean, they got that West Coast system from John Gruden in there. He's got the Gary Kubiak offense, some of his father's offense, along with his own ideas and concepts. And, I mean, to be able to attack a team in any part of the field, wherever their weakness is. So if you look at a team like the Rams, who are weak in the middle, you know, how are they going to defend the angle routes that the running backs are going to be coming across, the shallow crosses, the levels concepts that they're going to be running? I mean, this guy's going to attack you in so many different ways, and with all that speed he's got out there. Loving it, man. Loving it.
That's why he picked it out, Mike. That's what people refuse to wrap themselves around and embrace, is you can see the speed that Kyle was after. And just like you said, this is a man that's so well-versed in the game of football. He knows what's going to be effective versus what's not. This is why I don't question him. You know?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. And as far as Kendrick Bourne, yeah, man, I mean, I totally dig what I'm seeing with that guy, but I really do believe that the way that this offense is going to attack, though, I don't know if we're going to have, you know, one guy with really big numbers. I think that it's going to be spread across the board, but everybody's going to get opportunities, you know, lots of opportunities. And I just think they're going to be such a high-powered offense, man, and with those running backs and you know the bootlegs that they do off of the outside zone stretch runs. I mean, man, you got Jimmy G back there. He can move, and you know, I mean, it's man, it's looking great, man. I'm loving it. Loving it.
And there's nothing that DC can do, because just like you're saying, Mike, you cannot. Cerebrally, you can't match up with Kyle. And now that he's got his own hand-picked weapons, because normally, as you mentioned, he comes into situations where he works with what he has. But if he can get what he needs, people need to be very concerned. I can't wait to see what he develops.
Absolutely. I mean, with the knowledge of the concepts he has, and then also with the he worked with Monty Kiffin too, right? When he was in Tampa Bay, so he learned a lot about defenses too at that time. Right. So just the knowledge he has about the defensive side of the ball too, and how to attack them, and then the knowledge from I mean, it's a perfect recipe, man. It's a perfect recipe.
It's like trying to deal with Professor X and the X-Men. Even if you've got an army, he's going to beat you with a handful of X-Men.
That's it. That's it. And I know we got all this speed, and we're all excited about all the speed we got. But hey, man, let's really not overlook Pierre Garcon, man, because I honestly believe he is the best receiver. he is the best receiver, man. This guy, I know Marquise has got the speed and all, but as far as reliability and toughness and strength, and he runs, like you said, he runs fantastic routes. And if you don't have the speed, and he's got some speed, but if you don't have this 4.3 speed, and you run fantastic routes, that makes up for it, man.
You're still going to be, yes, indeed. That's why I am not worried about Garcon. Is the last guy on my list of guys that I think may have a problem contributing. I already know. It's just like he was on his way to 1,000-yard season. And Goodwin was on his way to a 1,000-yard season due to the fact that he was the only guy. But now this year it's going to be a little more difficult. We're going to see how many yards they both get. If they both pull down 1,000 yards, I won't be surprised by that either, though, because that's what happened with Deshaun Watson or Jackson when they were in Washington. So.
Right, and Garcon really never got to experience the whole Jimmy G thing, you know. So not at all, yeah. So now he's got that, and Garcon is such a seasoned receiver. You know, he knows all those tricks, the tricks of the trade. You know, and he's savvy like that. Yeah. So that's big, man. Yeah. And so I love it. I think our receiving core is great. I really love the mix of guys we got, and I think Kendrick Bourne is going to be. He is going to be big time. I love it.
I tell you. Mike, good stuff as usual, man. I'm going to tell you what, I'll look for you tomorrow as well, okay?
All right. Appreciate it, Ronbo. Hey, shout out to the Empire. Shout out to the Hit Squad. And most of all, Ronbo, shout out to you, buddy.
Thanks, fam. Back at you, Mike. Look forward to hearing from you again. All right.
All right. Good night.
Good night, Mike.
Bye.
And let's go. Oh, speed kills. Speed kills, Ronbo. Do you think Raiders fans going to show up with their Las Vegas Raiders hats? God, I hope they do. Midge Mack, I heard Kyle Williams listen to the show. Is that right? Oh, wow. Speed kills. Say Oral Holmes. Who's Oral Holmes? I bet you guys remember. Did I just say something that probably has a meaning that I wasn't aware of? Oral Holmes. J Run. Hey, Jim, what you know what I'm gonna do? I thought I had to wait. I'm gonna find out how you say 49ers in Japanese. Arigatou gozaimasu. I'll be back. And Coach Tim already says arigato. Arigato? Tomo arigato? No, that's not Japanese. It is domo arigato. I've heard that before, though. Where have I heard that? Is Domo that little monster guy? No. I'll get it tomorrow. Coach Tim, I didn't know you knew any Japanese. Arigato. Arigato gozaimasu. You got to do it in Japanese, like Toshiro Mifune. You know what's really funny about the Japanese language? You'll hear, like, Japanese guys say, arigato gozaimasu. And girls, arigato gozaimasu. They're always so sweet about it. But the guys are like, he's very macho. That's why I always enjoy Toshiro Mifune. The scariest dude. George Nicholas. Hey, Jalen Ramsey said Jimmy G didn't deserve to be top 100 player. I'm telling you, Jalen embarrassed himself is what he did. You know? Take your whooping and come back and get revenge next time. But don't start crying about what we didn't have no film on him. We never saw him before, man. We didn't know it was going to get, he just beat us up like that, man. Stop crying, Jalen. Damn. I had respect for you before this, man. Thought you was damn good. Now I consider you a wussy, a chump, a little. Hey, and J80 is an J804 ski NWA Niners with attitude. And Jesus is my King 777, our beloved mod. He says, well, wifey just walked in the room wearing nothing more than her birthday suit. That means he had to go. So, Jesus is my King, this message came in a little while ago. I guess he's detained right about now. Jesus, my King, that's TMI. Way too much information. Thank you anyway. All right. Just, yeah, damn. Yeah, Jesus got lured away. Yeah, I know. I seen that. Okay. Think Tank 03, do you guys think the Niners will develop the next great football stars or that they will trade for them during the upcoming season? You know, every organization hopes they can develop their own guys. You know, anytime you start going out and getting mercenaries, they may come in and they look good wherever they came from, but they don't fit your program. So you always got to worry about that so you don't have to spend a lot of money on guys that you got, you know, second or third year guy that's already really good and you're developing, you want to bring them along, you know? So you got to be careful of that stuff. Trez, come on in, Trez! One half of, you see, this has been challenged a lot, though. The Tag Team Championship of the World! Trez! Where's my shaker? Oh, yeah, I forgot. It was Monday night. It was time to talk football. Here come the 49ers. Y'all better look out now. We gonna win this series against the Rams. Go beat the Raiders as well. And we gonna be able to say things like, we're bad. Bad to the bone. Bad. Bad to the bone. Bad. Bad to the bone. I said to... Oh! Trez!
Hold up, wait a minute. Ronbo put some red and gold up in it.
He pulls out his bowl of red and gold, sprinkles a little bit in there. Yeah, for a little extra flavoring. And give me that hot sauce to put in there with it. Stir it all up. Trez! What's up?
What's going on, fam? How you been? How you doing? I've been checking out the show. I'm just in the background. I've been checking out the show every night, listening to everybody. But I'm in the background, waiting on the season to start, Ronbo.
Oh, man, we got 4 weeks to go. Trez, before we even get into practice. And then 2 more weeks before we get a preseason game. But it's all good, though. You know, the guys are getting better and better each and every day.
Yeah. Hey, the main thing is staying healthy right now. We staying healthy. That's the main thing. Mm-hmm. Stay healthy. Good practices. Stay healthy. Mm-hmm. That's all we pray for right now. You know what I'm saying? And let
hopefully
these
get the prayers
young
answered.
stars, let these young stars start emerging. You know.
Yeah.
Ronbo, I watched some of the practices. You know, when the guys was mic'd up out there. But will somebody please tell that Ferrari to learn how to catch? Ruben Foster dropped too many balls out there, man. Ruben Foster can't catch one for damn, Ronbo. Have you seen him? How the Ferrari gonna pick off the ball when he can't even catch?
Was he mic'd up? I'm gonna go check it. I didn't see. Is he mic'd up? Hey, Razor takes exception to that. Hey, but Trez, because if he's mic'd up, I'm gonna go get that as soon as I get through talking there.
Yeah, make sure you do. No, he's not mic'd up. What the call was mic'd up? Adrian Cobra. He was mic'd up. Because him and Ruben was catching balls. Ruben can't catch one for damn, man. I said, bro, come on, man.
You know, he almost made a couple of pickoffs last year. You know, Ruben gets there, though. But you're right. He's got to, get in front of that machine and start learning how to catch.
Yeah.
I never thought about, because...
most definitely.
Yeah.
Ronbo, I'm going to tell you something I don't like. You know, I know you and Adrian's father are good friends.
Yeah.
I don't like Adrian changing that number from 38. I really don't like that move. Let me tell you why. He changed from 38 to 27. I understand the kid want to make a name for himself and not be compared to nobody else. But to be compared, to that 38, man, that was a special thing, man. You know what I'm saying? And I just
agree.
I really didn't like that because, Deshaun Golston was a headhunter, man. And Adrian reminded you so much of him. You could just see the similarities in the two players. And it's okay to be, a good player before you to be, hey, like, looked upon like, hey, man, you know what I'm saying? You look similar to that guy, man, So
I mean, the comparison thing, he just want to make a name for himself, have a number change. It's like, well, I'm not, I'm not Deshaun Ghost, I'm Agent Cope. I can understand all that, but still, man, that 38 looked good on him better than that 27.
I enjoyed that 38 too. I'm watching what you're talking about. Ruben is struggling.
Yeah.
Lord have mercy, Ruben.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. My son can catch better than that. Yeah. I don't think, and look, that's not the only time I've seen Ruben catch, too, and it's similar to the same thing. So, yeah.
But Ruben says, if anybody's running my way and planning on catching the ball, I got news for them, too, though. See, this is why when they play the Rams, Gurney's going to get gun-shy midway through that game. I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah. But, Ronbo, our linebacker core has always been known to pick balls off. I mean, we had a good linebacker core. Those guys could catch, too, as well as cover. It was good all the way around. You know what I'm saying? So, I want Ruben. Ruben needs better at practice catching some balls, man, for real.
Well, I'm watching the film even as you speak. He was better than that last year. What I'm seeing now is that's an imposter. That doesn't even look like Ruben. Ruben had better hands than that last season. I don't know what happened here.
Yeah,
this is worse than I've ever seen. He's never looked quite that bad.
Right, yeah. Teach that Ferrari how to catch.
Oh, and especially with the camera on you. But Trez, you know what? I'm more concerned about Gurley and him catching the ball, and I think Ruben's going to be waiting on him. And you know what I want to see there? I want to see in the mic. I also want to see Fred Warner in there for Gurley as much as Malcolm Smith. Just let them switch back and forth. I just want to see Gurley get ate up.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah, exactly. We're going to see how the whole thing unfold with our linebacker core. You know what I'm saying? Now that we got Ruben back, but Ruben will still face a suspension. I still feel that. I don't care what anybody says.
Hey, I'm glad you brought that up. What is Goodell waiting for to tell Ruben how many days?
I don't know, Ronbo. Let me ask you something. Do you take it upon yourself to go ahead and suspend Ruben yourself and take it out of Goodell's hands? You know what I'm saying? Like, say, the 49ers went ahead and moved to go ahead and suspend Ruben for a 3-game suspension for the trouble.
No,
and then Goodell will be like, okay, well.
Well, if you don't do 3, do 2. Because actually the policy states 2 games for the weed. Now, he's already been acquitted of everything else. So Goodell cannot...
Well, he didn't get acquitted. He didn't get acquitted on the gun charge. I mean, he still took a charge on that gun charge.
Well, yeah.
They just reduced the charge.
To a misdemeanor, though, right?
And then the sample, the weed, and then the sample, the messed up sample at the combine. So, I mean, he's still facing 3 games.
Trez, I checked into that. Now, I don't know if the program is league-wide, but that does not apply until actually the team that drafts you still have a clean slate. I don't understand how that works, though. Okay. Yeah. But if they put you in that program, what does that mean? Anyway, I don't think he's going to get punished for that.
I guess going forward, you can't test dirty for anything. You know what I'm saying? I guess, once you're in the program, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but because the thing is, they didn't suspend him for that when he joined the 49ers, though. How come?
That I don't know.
See? So I'm thinking...
I had to go in depth with it and kind of look it up.
But that's why I think the 49ers... Ruben didn't have to pay any punishment for that first one. That's already gone. If this is considered number 2, though, I just don't get it. I think as soon as you get drafted, you're clean. I mean, you get your one chance.
Yeah, you get your right. It's almost like you had your one strike, and going forward, well, I'm gonna look it up. I'll research it, but yeah.
But that doesn't carry a 3-game suspension.
I still say it's gonna be a 3-game suspension. Now, what? Goodell, we all know Goodell now.
I can't argue. They might be. And then you peel.
But you gotta look at it like this.
Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, most people appeal, so 3 turns into 2. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see what Amendola.
It work that way.
Let's see what happens to what's his name in New England. He was working on his situation today. We'll see
he
what
went out to
happens.
hire him a legal team.
Yeah.
Julian Edelman.
we'll see what
Well, I tell you, boy, them Patriots players, boy, they know how to cheat, though.
Yeah.
These jokers don't get an edge, bro. You hear me?
You know, I mean, you're already in Boston. Bring you 3 or 4 Boston lawyers down there with you, and let them talk, and see what happens there. You know.
It's funny to me, Ronbo.
It is funny, you know.
The man said, quote unquote, well, the substance that I use is not on the list. But you still use something. You know what I'm saying? It's like you're still using substances to get a competitive edge, man. God damn, come on. Are y'all just not natural anymore? You know, I mean, I know the body needs to heal, but good Lord. That's what you got the ice tubs for, you know, to speed up the healing recovery.
And you're running a risk every time you do these things. Don't do it. You know?
Don't do it, right. Yeah.
So, you know, I find it amusing. And then start crying about, I didn't really know, and the ingredients weren't listed on the bottle and all this and that. If you tell one more lie, y'all add another game. You know?
Right. So you're trying to tell me in 2018 going into 19, you don't know the policy now. Yeah. That's what you're trying to tell me.
No, right.
But you're what? You're a 6-year player, 7-year player, 8-year player. You know what I'm saying? Come on.
If anybody knows, you know, Mr. Edelman. So please don't insult my intelligence before I add a 4th game, you know? So, yeah. Or a 5th game. I mean, Edelman's getting 4 games, right?
Yeah, he's getting 4 games.
And they don't have Amendola anymore. You know, this could seriously hurt the Patriots, actually. They really could. That's Tom's go-to guy. It's either Amendola or Edelman now. If he doesn't have either one of them, it's going to be interesting to see what the Patriots do. So
Tom has always been able to find somebody to emerge. He has always been able to find somebody to emerge and step up. So I still don't say it's crucial for him.
It's true. And Belichick will find somebody that fits the bill.
Yeah. And then they'll go out and add a little old key veteran. You know, they'll do it. They'll do it just to to have some type of, but that guy gonna have a good IQ on him though. It ain't gonna be no anybody.
Yeah.
You know, that offense over there is look, ask Chad Johnson. Hey, couldn't catch on to none of the terminology over there. Shit. That's why he was a one and done. You know what I mean?
You know, so we got to. You cannot. Pettis has to make this team, and also Trent Taylor. Belichick would have him over there in a heartbeat. So you know.
Oh yeah. So Ronbo, do you tell me? I heard somebody say that Fruity Rudy showed back up. What?
Yeah, he came and he was polite. Yeah, he came in and made a phone call and said a few things. Didn't throw no insults out. Didn't turn his microphone up as loud as it'll go. And he said he'd let us know after the game. If we lose, he'll be in to get his props. And he said at the same time, if the Rams do get beat, he will make sure to make a phone call in to give us our props.
But what Rudy don't understand, Ronbo, is we don't need no confirmation from him. We don't. Rudy, let me look. This is half of the TNT connection. Let me send you a personally public announcement. We do not need your validation, your stamp of approval, anything concerning from the Rams organization to the 49ers organization. Okay, understand that. Go ahead, Ron.
Yeah. No, I really enjoyed that. I wanted to say, like Barack Obama used to say, I'm Ronbo Sports, and I endorse this statement. Trez, we got to go.
He giving us validation.
Yeah, I know.
All right, Ronbo, that's my time. Half a TNT connection, you know what I'm saying? And I'm going to slide on out of here to my boys, Ronbo. You have a good one. Be blessed. Tell him to hit that like button.
Y'all hit that like. Thanks, Trez. Always gonna say goodbye, but not before we win a championship. The 49ers are loaded to the bone, and we're going all the way. But when the dust settles, it's going to be 49 away. Because one thing is for clear. We got the best quarterback in the league. We got receivers to keep up with him. Because why? Because we bad. Bad to the bone. Bad. Oh, they stopped the music, huh? Okay. Hey. Oh, don't tell me. Yamin is in the house. Yamin. Yamin ain't got no audio. Yamin. What'd you do? You changed the settings? I ain't got no sound, brah. And you know, let's go on over to the man with the $1,000 lips. Nighthawk!
What's up, man? What's going on?
No, about you, Nighthawk. You the man.
You the man.
Hey, Nighthawk, you heard, man. If you didn't, Jerry Rice wants to come out of retirement and play football. Is that a good idea?
If he comes out, good.
You want him on the 49ers?
Shit, yeah.
Hey, but Nighthawk, man, the man is 55. You think he could take a real hit? Because, I mean, I'm a little scared. I mean, if Jerry hit him just right, oh, my goodness. Is he going to be okay?
So you said he's coming back, or you just saying he's...
Well, he did an interview with ESPN, the magazine, their annual issue of the body issue. Jerry went out and he posed for him. And after a while, they asked him some questions. And Jerry's so proud of his body, he says, yeah, anybody call me, I'm ready to play right now. And they say Jerry was serious. I said, oh, no. Jerry, man, because some team was liable to call him. Don't do this. Because I don't think the 49ers I don't want to see Jerry wearing another uniform besides a 49er uniform. That's the only thing that worries me.
Yeah, like I said, if he does come out, he might be playing with somebody else.
Oh, that would be a disgusting sight. Come on, Jerry. He's a 49er. Hey, now you got a Super Bowl. You got a Super Bowl what? What Super Bowl is that? On that shirt.
Yeah, we lost to Seattle. No, we lost to
Baltimore. Was that? Yeah, I couldn't read that bumper. Yeah. That I still got his Super Bowl shirt from that last Super Bowl. Was that 40? Was that 48? Super Bowl 48?
I think it's 48.
Yeah. That's okay. We shall return. And Nighthawk, this time we're coming back with no way we're losing next time. Yeah. Yeah. Got a good feeling about this season.
We had Baltimore. We had them.
Yeah. We'd be 6-0, the greatest. And you know what, Nighthawk? Even though we lost that one Super Bowl, we are still the greatest team since the Super Bowl era started. Why? Because we've only lost one time. The Steelers have lost more than one. The Cowboys have lost more than once. And the 49ers have only lost one. And that goes to you. That goes to the Steelers too. I mean, the Patriots. They lost all kinds of times. But then the argument is, yeah, but at least they made it to lose. That don't count. If you get there, you better win it, or it's a mark against you.
But I'm telling you right now, this year's the day. This year's the year.
Think so? I really do. You know, I got to see, I'll be able to tell the first two games just how good the 49ers, how deep they can go, because the schedule ain't that tough this year, Nighthawk. If we win the first game, ain't no telling when they're going to lose again. That's why I know, don't let us beat Minnesota. Cynthia's going to that game because she's trying to figure out whether we're going to win or not. I think the 49ers actually win that game because Kyle knows going to know just how to attack them.
I'm worried about a little bit is San Diego.
I know. I do worry about the Chargers.
Right.
They kind of. That's a scary defense.
And the Vikings.
And who? The Vikings? Yeah. And nobody's afraid of the Giants except me. I'm a little concerned with the Giants this year.
And one more team. I don't know. I don't know which one. I know it's Texas. Who's in Texas?
Well, hey, we don't have to play anybody in Texas. Because you're right. I don't want the Texans this year either, unless it's in the Super Bowl. And then we should be good and ready for them. But that Texan defense, if J.J. is ready, Whitney Marcellus is back. Also, that wrecking crew coming off the side, Jadeveon Clowney. And then they got an offense now that that's going to win. They're going to win the AFC South. I'll tell you that right now. Oh.
Yeah, I'm telling you that. I'm glad we're not playing Houston.
But we can't be scared, though. We cannot act like we're worried about them, no. We're still a better team.
I bet we might meet them in the Super Bowl.
I can see it. I can see that team getting to the Super Bowl. Whew, man, with that defense, and then you got Deshaun. I mean, Watson is good enough to get that offense going every game. They can be expected to score at least 20-something points. So,
yeah, I'm making a statement. It's going to be 49ers in Houston, Texas.
Hey, don't sleep on the Browns. They got the best receiving core in the league from what I'm hearing. Or maybe. Whew.
I'm not worried about the Browns.
Ain't nobody right. Oh, I've been feeling so sorry for the Browns.
First, we got to see how they play.
Yeah. Well, they got a good offense, and that defense is about 3 or 4 years old now. People don't understand. All them first-round draft picks are going to grow up. They've already started to grow up. People need to be worried about the Browns. Everybody's still picking win 2 or 3 games. That don't make no sense to me. They're going to win more than 2 or 3 games. Easily. So, I just hope they have to play the Raiders. Oh, Raiders, don't you lose to the Browns, Raiders. I'm going to be on you. Oh. Ooh.
And the Rams guy, he needs to stay with the Rams, stop coming to the 49ers.
There's another endorsement to, hey, Rudy, yes, indeed, getting a lot of love here today. We got, Night Hawk, we going to go. I'm going to tell you what, I'm going to look for you tomorrow, okay?
Yeah, give me a shout out.
Yeah, I can do that. Niners! Nighthawk!
Nighthawk is out.
Yeah. Woo. And and Rhodes Matheson SB47, can't forget that. Super Bowl, it was 47, was it, Rhodes? Yeah, 47 then. Super Bowl 47. Ah, man, we could do a whole program on that and go over everything that pissed us off. And Nighter by Nature 88, Bourne is becoming a star. I'm telling you, man, this is the sequel. The Bourne identity. He's becoming bigger and bigger. I can't wait till the preseason game to see what he really looks like. Nick Young Goat. Nicky, why? So it has to be Nick Young. Nick Young Goat. I'm calling it right now. Garcon plus K'Wan Williams plus Joshua Garnett plus 2019 third-round pick plus 2020 fourth-round pick equals Julio Jones. God dang. But, dude, you know what? Let me see who plays. Garcon, K'Wan Williams is real solid in the slot. Joshua Garnett still an unknown entity. The third-round pick next year, the 2020. Nick, that's too much for Julio, man. The draft picks alone is too much. In 2 years, Julio will be how old? He would be interested to add to the team, though. Julio may be walking from that team soon anyway. I don't know. 49ers may get into a deal with that. I don't know. That's NC. Is that Cesar? Cesar. Very good version of Bad to the Bone. Thanks, Nick. NC. Rose Mountains, I'm calling the Vikings game. 49ers 38. Whoa! Big scoring time. Vikings 24. Jesus is My King is back. Jesus is My King. That was you're back kind of soon. I'm just saying. I mean, what happened to all the preliminary events, and then the during and the after? You just skip the post game, and the after game. Okay. Anyway, good to see you back. As Razor. Razor.
You know, Ronbo. I don't care how old they are, how young. If they have one leg, if they play receiver.
Yeah,
I want
at least
them on the
one
Niners.
I get. You know what's so funny, Razor? You bring him up. I guarantee you, because I know he wanted Terrell. I'll bet you shows now sporting. Hey, I don't know why we wouldn't bring Jerry Rice back. And you guys are overrating Kendrick Bourne. We could let him go and bring Jerry in.
You know, Ronbo. I'll take Michael Irvin, Jerry Rice. Just cut Kendrick Bourne and Garcon.
Yeah, and don't forget to be T.O. in. That's going to be Show's whole receiving core. It's going to be Dez, T.O., and Jerry. And get rid of all the kids. Oh, man. Big Show, you know we're telling the truth, man. And I know you're already thinking that, too. You were. Big Show, he'll be bold enough to come in and agree and admit it. All right, Big Show didn't want T.O.? Wait, it says, Big Show didn't want T.O. What did he say about T.O.? He said, T.O., he said Friday, that's right. I think he found it. So basically, we can't accuse him of T.O.
That's not what he said on the chat before Friday.
He's back on the T.O. train?
No, I mean, before that, he was on the T.O. train, like, 4-3. I'll take him over Bourne.
I don't know. He really has this thing against Kendrick Bourne. There's another guy on IG I've always argued with that they just think Kendrick Bourne is just awful. They really have no respect for him whatsoever. 85 yards against the Titans. That should at least get a little props. They ain't giving him none. Come on, man. Y'all just I'll be hating on the boy Bourne, man. Come on. So anyway.
Yeah. Anyways, Ronbo.
Yeah.
I haven't been here in a while. Been working a lot of OT, but I wanted to catch up. I know it's old news, but on what Sherman said about Jimmy typing the ball before he releases it.
Yeah.
Sherman's one of the smartest players in the NFL. He's not going to just go out and blabber something like that. I bet this is all strategy.
I think
bet
so.
Him and Jimmy G. I bet he told Jimmy about it. He's like, you know what? I'm gonna announce it so that everybody can study that.
Mm-hmm.
And then once, like during the game time, tap the ball, give a pump fake, boom, wide open, Goodwin, wide open, Garcon. Because if the cornerback or safety or linebackers, whoever is going to read that route, they're covering, they're going to jump it.
Mm-hmm.
So that's an easy pump fake, boom, strategy right there, strategy. Sherman wanted to just go do that. I mean, he had to get Jimmy the approval or Shanahan the approval before he did that. I mean,
That's
if
right.
someone did that in the NFL, they would get cut.
I agree.
It's strategy.
I agree because you know what? Nobody said anything in the 49er organization. No one person came forward. Richard, he was a little out of line on that, and we'd like to keep things like that in-house, so we're not really sure what motivated him to say something like that. Or maybe they should have done that. Razor? They should have made some statement toward what Richard said, and they're going to reprimand him and whatever, just to make it look as if it were really true. They might have sold that even harder.
Yeah, they could have, but I mean, they already put it on ESPN and NFL Network, so I mean,
it's spread out everywhere.
Everybody's on it. Yeah, it's already on social media. It's everywhere. I mean, it has to be a strategy. I mean, he wouldn't just come out and say that. I mean, that's
because you're right. He's a smart guy.
Yeah.
He ain't going to be doing things that are going to damage the team. Not really. I agree.
No, and how he plays. He gets in people's head. That championship game for Seattle. He got in Kaepernick's head. He should have never thrown that ball to Crabtree. He wasn't even open.
I know. He got in Crabtree's head too. But you're right.
That's what we got. Yeah.
Can't get over that play. Still think about that. And if Kaepernick would have threw that ball just a few inches higher, I think it was deep. Crabtree was deep enough back there. He could have adjusted. Damn it! I don't go back to that game. No. Okay.
Kaepernick Kaepernick he underthrew that ball and he threw it to the inside. He needed to throw it to his outside shoulder and maybe he would have caught it. I had a chance.
Or at least Sherman doesn't have a chance to get it. That's another thing. You get another chance maybe. Oh.
Yeah, he threw it to the inside and then he underthrew it as well. He needed to throw it outside and a little more deeper.
I blame Harbaugh too. He needed to look for other receivers, set Sherman up. You fake him going that way, get Sherman out of the play, and go somewhere else with the ball. Frank Gore was probably standing somewhere wide open too. God dang it. We had some strange play calls back then. A lot of times. Even in the Super Bowl, that was a strange play call, Razor. Strange, stupid play call. Anyway, it is what it is.
Should have ran it in, Ronbo. Should have ran it
in the first place. So that means we have no right to laugh next year or the following next 2 seasons when the the Hawks screwed up with that play. You got beast mode right there with a couple of yards to go, if that, and you're passing the ball. You deserve to lose, and they did.
Yeah,
man.
Ronbo, I need an installment real quick.
You can get it too. It's Monday night, Raw. Time for an installment.
Mr. Jalen Ramsey.
Oh.
I saw a little clip on NFL Network like a few minutes ago where he said that it was all a scheme, that it wasn't really Garoppolo, and that they didn't have enough film, as you mentioned earlier, but he said it was just scheme. And that Garoppolo didn't dice him up.
It was
and
Goodwin,
that he should
right?
not be at number 90. He should not be on the list.
I know, I saw that. Jalen. God.
That's a hater. I mean, he was ranked ahead of Kirk Cousins, and Kirk Cousins played a full season. He's been playing since 2012, and someone gets ranked higher than you for playing 7 games in his total career. What a hater.
But Razor, let's take it even further than that. Now, if Jalen says that, how about the other 4 games or 3 games we played before? Were those all flukes? Does Jalen consider that? I mean, he watched the game against the Titans. Did that look like a fluke to him? I mean, I don't understand how Ramsey can stand there and make those kind of statements with a straight face. That was as wussy as you can get.
Yeah. If he says it's all scheme, then why didn't they go back and watch 2016 film of the Falcons if it's all scheme? That's how I know it's all BS.
Yeah. You got some film you can watch from Garoppolo while he was in New England against the Arizona team. You can watch all the footage that there was no. You can't use. We didn't have enough film or information on Garoppolo. That's just silly. You make yourself look like a chump. I mean, that was just stupid.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't believe he said that in front of everybody.
Yeah, and the thing that pissed me off even more, it's not like we beat them like with the 12-9 game. It was a shootout.
And Jalen got used. Okay, if Jalen wants to go that route, okay, you were guarding Goodwin. Why didn't you stop him? You were out there. What, you need to know the whole plan before you can stop him? Come on, Jalen, you got beat. You got beat one play after another. Oh, that's just ridiculous. Oh, man.
Yeah, that's what it is. Jalen Ramsey, suck it up. Stop being a sore loser.
Yeah, well, wait till next year when he has to play the Texans at full strength. I hope he enjoyed this last year while the Texans were injured. I don't think they can beat the Texans next year. I really don't. Not with Watson healthy.
He's also mad because Blake Bortles didn't even make the list either. So.
Yeah. Hey, Jalen made the list. So what? As a matter of fact, where did Jalen rank?
He was top 20, I think 17.
Yeah. So, I guess it's embarrassing when you rank number 17 and most of those points were scored on you and Boye. So, because Carlos wasn't killing them. They stopped our run pretty much. Well, you know what, though? Carlos did get a few good runs in on that game. I do remember that. But mostly, it was the air attack that just killed them, and that was Jalen's fault. So Jalen's got to come back and say something, He is a child. That was really an immature move of his, saying that we lost because of. Instead of blaming himself or holding himself responsible or accountable, he came up with an excuse. So, anyway.
Yeah, real quick before I go, I know Kenny has his little thing, 13-3, because he got Jimmy G. Well,
yeah.
I got one for last year with another player. All right, it goes 0-10 because we got Armstead.
That doesn't rhyme, by the way.
Hey, yes, Stead and 10. Yeah, it does. Last part of the last name, Stead and 10. 0-10 because we got Armstead.
You guys gotta stop. You guys gotta stop picking up my boy Armstead this year. I'm telling you right now, here he comes. He's ready.
Ronbo, boy, you've been on and off on the train.
I know. I'm getting back on it, though. I had to because the pressure was getting great last year, and Armstead was we were getting beat. So, all right. Anyway, Razor, I look forward to hearing from you later, man. Have a good night. He thinks he got me. Good night, Razor.
This is for you.
Boom, boom. I've already got my prediction of sacks for Mrs. Armstead's baby boy, Eric. I'm telling you right now, he gets 6 this year because I figure it's going to be spread out. I got 6 for Armstead. I got at least 8 for DeForest Buckner. I got another 6 for Atachu. Because it's going to be, that front line is going to be pretty devastating. You cannot leave Solomon Thomas out of this mix. He's going to get his too. We're going to be like a force by committee, something like what the Seahawks were, because you never had a guy with double-digit sacks with the Seahawks back when they were at their best. But you had a bunch of guys with a lot of sacks. 5 and 6 sacks was nothing unusual for everybody on that that Seahawks front line. Don't you hate it when you have to use the Seahawks as a good example? God, I hate that. Anyway, Miguel Cuevas, he says, hey, you got to love the guy. Can't wait for the season to start. He says, if it preseason, hey, good night, 49ers Empire. All right, Miguel. See you tomorrow, fam. And Jamel Fagan says, hey, Rama, it's been a while since I've listened in, so I'm checking in now. I'm watching you on my Fire Stick TV right now. Jamel, I like that you use that Fire Stick for the games, don't you? Don't tell everybody. It'll start to crack down. Hey, Terrence Hicks. QP was wide open on the left side of the field on that Sherman tip. See, that's see, here's the thing. When Harbaugh was in the helmet, he would tell Cap everything to do. If Harbaugh's going to insist on telling Cap everything to do, then Harbaugh needs to have eyes all over the field then. This is why it's best when a quarterback can be on his own. Don't limit it to everything I tell you to do, because then you end up missing plays. Oh, man. Anyway, fam, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and check out, and we'll see you tomorrow on Red and Gold Radio. By the way, if Red and Gold Radio, we do this like every day of the week, Monday, Tuesday. We take off Wednesday. Thursday, Friday, we come on back. You'll need the Ronbo Sports app to participate in Red and Gold Radio. We carry on the same way we carry it on here on YouTube. So get the Ronbo Sports app. It's absolutely free, by the way. You'll get all the instructions right in the app, and you can call on in. We can talk 49er football. Oh, please. Don't forget to hit that like. Don't forget to hit that like. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. And have a great night. I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Because we bad to the bone. Dun, 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 bad. Dun, 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 bad. Niners!